Hi, Mark here from the Tangibound Podcast Network and host of the flagship show, the Tangibound Podcast. Did you know that we over at Tangibound are always looking for amazing podcasts to promote? And did you also know that we are also proud nerds and geeks of everything from movies, music, gaming, TV shows, and comic books to wrestling, MMA, soccer, and football? Whatever you can nerd or geek out about, we've got it. And if you're interested, we can help you find it. And if you're a show looking for a place to call home, we've got you covered. Side effects may include upset stomach, dizziness, tumors, shakes, and in some rare cases, death from excessive laughter. Though to be fair, it's only sometimes. Other side effects may include diarrhea, gallstones, heart palpitations, and strong desire for cookies on the dark side. Talk to your doctor and visit TangiboundNetwork.com and see if Tangibound Network is right for you.
This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Welcome to the podcast from Temperance Town, the sexiest podcast of world renowned. Tony grows a beard to hide his chin, swabs it with Earl so it glistens.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
Download the pod, you won't get enough of these dapper chaps talking deadly fluff. In Hobo Gulch they run a homeless mission, clanging and banging with the pentagram of kittens.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
They enjoy their whiskey and local craft beer. By Odin's unkempt pubis we give a cheer. Tony's a raccoon when he's booziest. Don't be a savage, be an enthusiast.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
On the frozen tundra they call it a lock. Tony likes to masturbate in a sock. Brian pisses rocks cause it feels so great. I still don't know who the fuck is Tate.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
The boys will let you know when there's a spurner. Due to male pattern baldness, they don't wear curlers. Stay salty, people, that's their closing line. And don't forget, have a beer, you'll be fine.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty language.
Hey enthusiasts, what's happening? This is Salty Language, episode 351.
The sexiest podcast on the network, Brian.
7 years running.
It's pretty hard to believe, isn't it?
Yeah.
Been doing this goddamn bullshit for 7 years.
Bringing joy to the children's.
Yes, all the children.
Oh boy.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Silliness.
Yep. So, I've been really off this week. Like, all week I've been at least a day off. Right?
Right?
So, when you texted me and said, are you up for recording tomorrow or something like that, I was thinking Friday. And then
That's hilarious.
Yeah, then I realized, I was like, oh wait, it's Wednesday. And yesterday I get up, I look at my medicine and I'm like, oh shit, I'm out of like my blood pressure medicine. And I'm like, even I can go a day or so without it before I kind of notice, but it kind of sucks. Like I get really anxious when I'm not on it. That's kind of what the best thing it does for me. Well, I mean, aside from maybe keeping me from having a stroke.
Right.
I go out in the living room and I was like, damn it. And my mom's like, what? And I was like, I forgot to, I needed to go get my medicine today. And I was like, and they're closed. This is like 7:00. And, she's like, they're closed at 7 on a Friday? I was like, yeah. And I was like, wait, Friday? And she goes, yeah, it's Friday. And I was like, son of a bitch, I thought it was Saturday. So I was actually fine. Luckily I said something, because if I wouldn't have said anything to her, I would have just been like, well, I guess I'll get it tomorrow or whatever.
So you've been having a rough one.
Yeah. Yeah. It's weird. This happens a decent amount of times. For a while, it would happen more because I'm not working, because when you work, and usually what I do to kind of pace the week out is the podcast or wrestling, because Monday's Raw, Tuesday SmackDown, I kind of like, oh, what's on tonight? NXT, it's Wednesday, like that kind of thing. And right. I don't know, this week I've just, like, somebody shook me up like a snow globe or something.
Well, I think we've all had weeks like that, though.
Yeah. Oh,
we
yeah.
Just don't feel quite connected.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I've definitely had, days where I walk into work and I'm like, oh, man, I'm so glad it's Thursday. Everyone's like, dude, it's Wednesday. It's like, fuck.
Yep. Yeah. I know every once in a while I'll drop the hammer on someone like that too, and they'll be like, oh, thank God, no more work tomorrow. And I'm like, today's only Thursday. And no!
Son of a bitch.
Like, well, just don't go in tomorrow and you'll be right. And
yeah,
fired.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, then you won't have to go in on Monday either. Damn it.
Also that.
The Simpsons joke.
That old gag.
Marge is like, Mr. Smithers called and said, if you don't come into work on Monday, or today, don't bother coming in on Monday. And Homer goes, woohoo, 4-day weekend.
Love it.
Yeah. Good shit. Yeah,
good shit, man.
Yeah, so I've just been a mess, apparently, all dang week.
Yeah, you'll have that, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
You will have that.
Yeah. Usually I kind of blame it on, like my depression or something, because, I'll lose a day sometimes because, I'll just lay in bed all day. So I don't necessarily think about it, so I'll lose a day occasionally that way. But, this week that wasn't the case. I just somehow was like, meh, I'm gonna just skip a day. Skip a day ahead.
Yeah, whatever.
Why not? Yeah.
Who needs a day anyway?
Yeah, right? What's it matter?
Right?
Yep. So how's your week been?
It's been a good week. I mean, I feel like it's been a long time since we did this.
It does, right?
But I think that's because we've been recording on Thursdays for like the past month.
Yeah.
And now we're doing it on a Saturday. So it's just like I'm writing stuff in my notes for today. It's just like, holy shit.
Right.
I have all this crap. And then I was like, oh yeah, because, I've been doing shit since the last time we recorded.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's bizarre worlds. But I mean, it's been an all right week.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's actually like, I can go outside and not want to just dive in the traffic because of the shitty conditions out there.
Yeah, it looks like we're finally heading toward, decent temperatures regularly.
Oh my God, I sure hope so.
Oh man. It was funny. I was watching the news the other day and it was it a few days ago when we had, that last like freeze and then we had a little bit of snow in the morning,
Dude, how pissed off I was when I went outside and there was snow on the ground.
Oh yeah, I bet. And, oh yeah, cause I saw your snap where your windshield was fucking iced over.
Yeah, right.
That's really the worst. If it was just a little snow, whatever, like just brush it off, but,
like I assumed it would be.
Right. Yeah. But the weatherman was like, he's like, oh, and he's like, this was the last real winter, blast or hit or whatever he said for the year. And I'm like, how do you know that? Like, you could only go so far with your technologies unless you have mutant powers.
He's the weatherman.
Oh no.
Does he have a name like, I don't even know our local weatherman's names, because my local weatherman is Dark Skies on my phone.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. I can't remember the guy's name, who it was. It wasn't like Robert Shields is our, like, Channel 11's, like, head meteorologist. This was the second in command guy, because he's on a lot, but he's not, you know, whenever there's storm coverage, he's like the B anchor for the weather. Yeah, when you said the weatherman, I just thought of that would be a terrible villain in, like, the Mystery Men universe.
Oh, God, yeah.
You
He's
know?
dressed up in, like, a shitty suit.
Right. It's like that dude who used to be like, you know, yell at you and had the question marks all over his suit and was like, I could give you free money.
Oh, God, that guy.
And, it's like that, but it's just like little clouds and shit, like from like on TV, the graphics they
yeah, like the shitty clip art they use.
Yes.
Yeah.
And not fancy new 3D clip art, like a little bit further back. Not back in the days when they actually had to like affix them themselves, but
right.
You know,
like just, first generation.
Mm-hmm. Just those flat clouds and
yeah, like it would look at home with the flying toaster screensaver.
Yes. Exactly.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there.
Yeah. I thought it was really funny though when he says that, because I'm like, the area we live in, people are still not putting their snow shovels away. I mean,
no, mine are sitting out right by my back door right now, ready to go just in case.
Yep, so is ours. And I don't think we're predicted to be anywhere near freezing for like the next, 10 or so days. And
I sure hope not.
People are still not going to trust it.
No. Can you blame them though?
Right. No, I've joked with people before that we don't put our shovels away until June, you know?
Yeah, right.
And they laughed and I was like, we had snow on Easter once, you know, and like this year we had snow just a couple days ago. I mean, it wasn't much, but it was still, there it was. You know?
Yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it was nice actually being outside in the yard today and cleaning some shit up. Because believe it or not, we'll see how long this lasts. But, you know, last summer my lawnmower died.
Right.
The one that I've had forever.
Yeah.
And I've been wrenching on it and all that. And it's like, you know, it's coming to that time when I need a lawnmower.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have one. And like last year I was borrowing like one. And that was a nightmare.
Right.
Because I'd have to keep bringing it back and forth and shit.
Yeah, that is a pain.
So I was like, you know what? I've never got anybody to quote me like landscaping or lawn mowing service. I'm like, let me make some calls.
Yeah.
Let's get some quotes.
Right.
It doesn't, you know, it's free to get quotes.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, guy that had a whole bunch of good reviews on like Google and all that, you know, came out and he looked at my yard. He's like, it'd be $40. I'm like, that seems like a steal.
Yeah, because you got a good
a
size
lot of yard.
Yeah,
and I got a lot of obstacles in said yard.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I told Jeannie, I'm like, well, you know, it's $40 for the first cut. We'll see if he adjusts the prices after that.
Right. He gets done and comes up and is like, okay, it's $362 from now on.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
It's like for $40 for every 2 weeks. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's really not bad at all.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people for like my yard would want $20.
Yeah.
You know, and your yard is way more than just twice what we have, you know.
So it's like, so that's what I was doing today. I was out there cleaning up like branches and shit that was down from winter and, you know, just getting it ready to get mowed basically. But,
right.
I don't know. I mean, I do enjoy, as silly as it sounds, mowing the grass, but that was always a couple hours of my week gone. And, you know, it might be worth my time now to just pay someone else to do it when I'm at work.
Mm-hmm. Here's what you do instead. You get yourself, like an all-terrain tricycle and you just pedal.
Already in.
Okay. So you know, get yourself cold beer.
Okay.
Cause you'll have a beer holder on there, of course.
Yeah.
You know, or a cooler at your side or both, whatever.
Well, it'll have a basket that's actually cool.
Okay, that works. And then you just ride around the yard. So you get a little exercise and you'll still get that feeling of going around like you were mowing the lawn.
I like it. So I had one of those adult, like, big wheels.
Yeah. And if you get hammered, it's less likely to seriously harm you.
You don't know how hard I ride a big wheel.
Well, I know, but a lawnmower, though, I mean.
You know, I tried real hard with my riding mower before, you know, that also shit the bed.
Mm.
I was like, the first year I had it, I was like, yeah, I'm going to mow grass and drink beer. This is going to be great.
Yep.
Not with that mower. You need two hands operating that thing. It doesn't have a cup holder.
Well, there's two large flaws to it then. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Because it didn't have a foot throttle. It had a fucking stick. I don't know what it
okay.
is.
Yeah.
Like I'm flying a plane or something,
Sure.
you know?
Yeah. They're exactly the same.
Wheel
Yeah.
on that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the only foot thing I had was a brake.
Right.
So I guess I could hit the brake and then drink a beer, but, you know, I don't know. It was pretty dumb.
Yeah.
I tried it once, and it was like vibrating, everyone's spilling, and I'm like, I can't. This is ridiculous.
So, yeah, for those who don't know, Tony immediately drove it out to the front of his house.
Exactly. Scrap.
Yep. Brand new riding lawnmower. This thing's a hunk of junk. You're at the...
Well, it's funny because the brand new ones have cup holders.
Yeah. Well, they should.
Should.
Jeez.
They know what's up.
Yeah.
On mowing and beer drinking.
Mm-hmm. So here's a question for you, only because I don't know the answer to this.
All right.
Okay, you know, back when we used to do the dumb news stories and whatnot, we talked various times about somebody getting pulled over for a DUI or something while on a lawnmower or some, you know, tractor or whatever.
Yeah.
Can they hit you with that for doing that in your yard?
I honestly don't know.
Also, it's an open canister, but I don't think that counts in your yard. But I don't know. But it just makes me wonder. Not that it's probably ever going to be enforced, but it does make me wonder if they could come into your yard or something and be like, hey, we're going to have to take you downtown.
Right.
You
Cuff him, boys.
Yep.
Face down in a mulch pile.
Because that's so necessary, yeah. Cop stands up, he's got his foot on your neck. Stay down.
Stay down, sucker.
Mm-hmm. That would really suck.
Yeah, no problem. Hey, Brian.
Huh.
We take a brief moment.
Yes. We'll be right back.
Beauty.
Hey everybody, this is Brian, from Salty Language, obviously. But I also want to tell you about the other podcast that I'm on called The Crazy Life. It's me, my pal Heno, and my friend Jen, and we talk about mental illness stuff, mental health things. We go over articles a lot of times and try to share tips and what's worked for us as far as the paths that we've been on with, depression, anxiety, bipolar, alcoholism and such. So if any of that sounds like something you'd want to listen to, check us out. Just anywhere you download your podcast, just type in The Crazy Life.
Hey, we're back and stuff. Sorry about the little brief moment, when your lady is working wonky ass schedules. Sometimes you gotta conversate when you can.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Can't be for that to be more normalized.
Yeah.
But anywho, so yeah, I don't know if you could possibly get arrested in your own yard. I mean, I imagine if you get hammered enough, they can give you drunk and disorderly just in your own yard in general. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I mean, but like a DUI, if you're on a lawnmower, I have no idea.
Yeah. Like I said, I know you can get one on the road, but I don't know if you can get one. Well, you know what? When we went to Put-in Bay, the woman in the place we stayed, she didn't say stay off the roads in here if you're drinking. She just said don't go out on the main road, because the cops will nail you for a DUI in a golf cart. So maybe that's it. Maybe like your yard is kind of like part of your house, so it's okay for you to act the fool. Unless, like you were saying, like you were being obnoxious, Yeah,
it's just I don't. It's like I have no idea. I just Googled it.
Yeah.
Driving under influence on public roads illegal in all 50 states. No shit. But state laws generally go further and also prohibit drunk driving on certain or all private properties. So there you go.
All right.
So they probably could nail you with it.
That'd be so ridiculous.
well, because I'm sitting here thinking say you have acres of land,
mm-hmm.
And you got one of those, where they, like the Polaris Sport, the 4-wheelers, you know, there it's like a golf cart, but souped up and fucking sweet. Mm-hmm. And you're just buzzing around and just having beers.
Yeah.
Can you get pulled over for that?
Right.
You know?
Yeah, that's kind of where I was going with it. I mean, my example obviously is more ridiculous, you know, because at least with that, your whole intent is like, let's just go fuck around, you know, and with the lawn mowing, it's like, I just like a beer while I'm cutting the grass. That's all, you know. Well,
yeah. And there's something about yard work, having a cold one.
Right.
I had a beer earlier today when I was just burning shit. You know, it was nice. It was lovely.
Well, it makes sense. Got to stay hydrated. You know?
Got to stay hydrated.
It's very important. I've heard.
Right. Mm-hmm. So there you go.
All right.
I think we solved some problems there.
Yeah. I hope people learned something.
They did.
Now, there's
people come to our show for all the knowledge we provide. Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
I mean,
yep.
You learn shit listening to Hardcore History?
Nope.
Nothing. Listen to Salty Language Podcast.
Hardcore History update. I am now current.
Oh shit, son.
Yep. And I've started digging into other podcasts that I'm way behind on. So look out. What's going to happen at some point? There's going to be a day or two that'll derail me somehow, and then it'll all be a shit show again.
Fair enough.
I've got a lot to catch up on, but whatever. He's cool.
Right.
Yep.
Well, it's like I'm thinking about, I love Downcast, the podcast app. Just real quick rant. Yeah. Podcast app I use, right?
Mm-hmm. Me too.
But I've been listening to podcasts recently, and I'm like, man, it's been a while since I listened to, because I listen to them in order. Mm-hmm. It's like, it's been a while since I listened to a Joe Rogan podcast. So I wonder if he's on vacation or something. So I pull up his feed, and there's like 12 of them that just never downloaded.
Oh, wow.
And it's not the first time that's happened to me with podcasts.
Yeah, I've had it happen too.
So, I just was like, oh, fuck, that's so much content there. I'm just going to pick and choose which ones I want to listen to.
Yeah, right.
But it's still annoying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I actually had that with Hardcore History when I first was looking to see which ones I needed to download or listen to, I mean. One of them I realized was like I had like 50, 51, 53, 54, it's like, Yeah. And it was right in the middle of a series or something, I think, so obviously you need that one,
Indeed.
I guess you don't have to have it, but it, I would want it.
Yeah, I would want it too.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Honestly, even if it's a standalone, I would have wanted it. But yeah, I've had it do stuff like that too. For some reason, it'll skip a week. And, yeah, it's pretty frustrating.
So annoying.
I know part of the reason with mine sometimes is because the storage on my iPad is close to full. So basically, I think it'll be like, I can't download anything here. So it just basically, it stops downloading. So, but
I don't know if that's I'd have to look at the memory of mine.
Yeah, maybe that
might actually be what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So that's why I always try to go through and, like right now when I'm going back through, I'm listening to, or I was listening to other podcasts that were like 2 hours trying to get chunks of memory back open on that. Right. Space, I mean, yeah. So now I've been listening to, Risk because I was like, 5 or 6 behind on that. So... Yep. Because I basically put everything else on hold to get through Hardcore History.
That's fair.
Worth it, but that was a trek.
Right. Mm-hmm. It is a trek, but it is worth it.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't think it would have been as bad for me if that one series wouldn't have been, was it 4 parts or 5 parts or 12 parts? I don't remember. And each one's like 4 hours, because I don't want to take a break and listen to other stuff. I want to keep going, when I listen again.
It's intense.
Yeah. So
it is an intense experience.
Yep. But that's cool. I'm all good now. So hooray.
As the crowd goes wild.
Yep.
Yay.
Yeah. So now hopefully I can start catching up a little bit.
Right? Oh, man. So, Yeah, how was your week then, man? Since we last recorded, man.
It's been all right. Like, it hasn't been a bad week. You know, it's been all right. This is kind of funny because of I saw your snap earlier today. I made my first curry this week. So
oh, no shit.
Yeah, I saw you made
curry brothers unite.
Yeah. So it wasn't great. It was good, you know, but it wasn't like the flavors didn't really wow me. So it's all right though. You know, first shot. I'll get better.
Like what? Like just because I'm curious, what were you rocking in it exactly? Like
not much, honestly, because it was a vegetable one. So it was,
right.
You know, you just kind of let the vegetables sing, I guess. But
nice.
Yeah. I think what it was is, I think I made a couple mistakes. One is I think I put too many vegetables in it. Like the recipe I had calls for, say, a cup. I probably put 2.5 cups of sweet potatoes in it.
Fuck your suggestions.
Yeah. It's like, fuck you. I like sweet potatoes. Dump it all in. So I think that made a difference because when I got to, one point, it's like, you know, let it boil and then cover it and simmer, you know? But I was like, there's not a lot of liquid in here. So this is not going to work out real well if I boil this and stuff because it's going to evaporate.
It's going to be less liquid.
Yeah. So I'm like, well, I'm going to add some more stock, you know, because I need to make sure there's some more liquid in here and then bring that, you know, up to the heat up on that. And, I didn't add any more of the curry powder, and I probably should have because I think the extra liquid washed out the curry powder basically.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah. So when you're eating it, it's good, but it's like, there's just that hint of, you know, like honestly, you almost don't know that it's a curry. You wouldn't know that it has curry in it necessarily. It's just got little hints of it. So next time I need to, either listen and put the right amount of things in there or get heavy-handed with the curry.
You know, it's funny because that's pretty much exactly of mine because it's a recipe that Jeannie found and she's like, oh, we need to eat this. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay, no problem. I'm doing it. And I felt the same way. Like when I first, because it's a peanut, it was like peanut chicken, so you put peanut butter in it, you know? So when I first put the peanut butter in and I tasted it, I was like, holy shit, this is spicy.
Yeah.
So I let it be. And then as it cooked, it kind of mellowed out. Mm-hmm. It's like barely got any heat to it now, which is weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
So, and I feel like I need to get more heavy-handed with the spices that I put in it. Mm-hmm. The next time I make it, for that same reason, it's like I want to get punched in the face.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I was aiming for a little milder because of the, you know, other people that live here and stuff too.
Like spice.
Oh, just flavor.
Just flavor in general. I mean, it was good,
right? But
it could have been better.
I gotcha.
You know, and when I was making, like, the smell's amazing, it looks amazing.
Yeah, you just drove through Flavortown. You didn't stop for a visit.
Yeah, I definitely should have stopped by the Flavortown rub and tug. You know, at a time.
That's just a whole nother bag of mysteries.
Cheers.
Yeah, I was, you know, I mean, it was super simple to make because basically just, you know, chopping up not broccoli, cauliflower, sweet potatoes, used like, diced tomatoes, onion, chickpeas. I think that's all that's in it, basically. Right. And then, you know, some curry, salt, pepper, the stock. Like I said, it's super easy to put together and stuff. It was just, I think I adjusted and then didn't adjust somewhere else, and yeah, but it was good, you know, and it was better the day after. There was a little more flavor the day after.
Well, here's the kicker. Would you make it again?
Oh yeah, I honestly think though, if I'm going to make another one, I'm going to go more for like what you did, you know, something more like that, because you know.
Well, Brian, I can for sure forward your recipe I'm using.
Oh, excellent.
Yes.
Because you know, like, I'm okay looking for meatless options for meals, but I'm kind of alone in that.
Right.
So, yeah. But it was filling because the chickpeas are protein and, you know, I ate a decent bowl.
anytime I've ever got curry from, I've never, I don't know. I think I've only had Indian food a couple times, but I get it from Thai restaurants, and it's always loaded of vegetables.
Right.
So it's not surprising when you have a vegetable heavy, situation there.
Right. And it was a fall vegetable one,
right.
But it's weird because even though it's like, it's called fall vegetables, it's like all those vegetables are kind of available all the time.
Right.
But whatever.
Fall because they're falling into my belly.
Yeah, right.
Right.
So yeah, but I still, that's definitely outside of my normal zone. That's a real step. And I've had Indian food twice. And the first time I had a curry that made my face melt, and the second time I was smarter and asked to sample before.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. The other time I just ordered it with confidence and then quickly learned I was really stupid.
Well, see, that's why you need to go get some pho with us. Because it comes just delicious already.
Right.
And if you want it spicy, you have this whole side plate of peppers and other shit you can add to it.
Right.
To make it whatever heat level you want, which I love that.
Yeah, that's a great option, because I do like a little heat, but I can't handle, my tummy doesn't handle real heat,
You don't want some ghost pepper kicking you in the face.
No. Yeah. No. Yeah. Because my stomach will, like I said, I think I sort of ruined my stomach to this stuff back when I used to drink more. So
you'll have that.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, what are you gonna do exactly?
But I think what I'm gonna do with this though is look for other ones, because it went over well, here. So that is encouraging. I can be like, okay, well let's see if we can find some other curries and stuff, because. When I made it, my mom's she's like, be careful with the curry. It's so hot. And I was like, this is not hot. This is just curry. It's not anything with real, if I dumped the whole container in there, it might, ruin your palate, but that's probably more just because it's over seasoned than anything.
I was like, I'm pretty sure curry gets its heat from, other additives.
Mm-hmm. I think so too.
Yeah. I could be completely wrong.
Yeah, because I've had curry that has almost no heat. So
yeah.
In fact, because where were we? I was with you somewhere. Oh, was it
that shitty restaurant in Chicago?
No, no, it was the that fondue place that used to be in here.
Oh, the melting pot.
Yeah, because they had. Dipping sauces, I think, that were curry, and I was kind of and you're
that's right.
And you were like, no, seriously,
Yeah, I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
Dude.
And you were totally right. They were so good. So yeah, I've been meaning to make this for a while. As you could probably guess, because it was a fall vegetable.
That's fair.
But yeah, it's, yeah, like I said, it's definitely something I'm going to try more in that family, and get a little bolder with it.
Well, and it's nice to mix it up anyway. You don't want to. I get kind of bored because we always fall into the same patterns of food. It seems like.
Yep.
So I like to try to find shit like that too. It's like, well, let's try something a little different.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I was doing. Plus, like I said, I'm been kind of trying to find meatless recipes and stuff, because I eat way too much meat. It's not good. So, and like I said before on here, is my body doesn't seem to like red meat as well as it used to. So I have to be a little more careful with it, but also because I have gout, and red meat is really bad for gout. So, it'd be better if I can find other options. I have to be careful though. Some vegetables are not good for it either.
Oh, wow. Fair enough.
Yeah. But in the end, I think I'm still better off if I were to eat something with a mushroom, as the protein essentially, and still instead of red meat. So, yeah. But anyway, I'm looking for that kind of stuff. And
but what about all those delicious cows out there? They're we want to be eaten and shit.
Listen, I'm gonna take care of them too. I'll eat. I eat.
Okay, all right.
I eat juicy, greasy ass hamburgers for dinner tonight. So,
Dude, that's all I wanted yesterday was a greasy hamburger.
Yep. That's the
all
way.
I wanted yesterday was a greasy hamburger. I saw the fruit Qdoba, which was pretty good.
Yeah.
But
that's the way I've been for the last couple days too. It's like I want just that, just good at home burger kind of thing. The only thing that was really missing from it was I wish there was a nice fresh sliced tomato on it, but
nice.
It's all right. Still was good.
It's all right.
Yeah. Still was tasty as hell. So you got the job done. Yep.
Boom. Represent.
All right. So we've talked curry for long enough.
Yeah, really. No shit.
All right. What else you got for the week?
Ooh. Well, let's see here. Since we last recorded, I see our internet's gone into the red, which is terrific.
Mm-hmm.
Since we last recorded, I went up to Detroit for overnight.
Mm-hmm.
We went to the old Detroit Whiskey Festival, Brian.
Right.
And this is the part of my week where I realized I can't marathon drink like that anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is just bad news for me and everyone involved in my life.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah. Like maybe if I'm just, out with all the guys or something, and and I'm not talking about like I'm out with the guys for the evening and then I'm coming home. Like I'm out and I'm still out.
Yeah.
And then I come home eventually.
Yeah, right. I get you.
Because I just turn into a real asshole sometimes when I'm drinking.
It can happen, yeah.
Yeah. Like right now I'm having a tasty beer and I'm having a great time. But if I had 3 more of these tasty beers, who knows what'd be going on.
Right, yeah.
But so yeah, we went up to Whiskey Fest, took a whole Friday off, which is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Drove on up. We wanted to get up there fairly early because I wanted to go to Little Caesars and pick up some concert tickets because fuck you, Ticketmaster.
Oh, I thought you meant to get some hot and readies.
Oh, yeah, son. Give me that biggest, doublest, extra specialist pepperoni, or whatever the hell it's called.
Sounds right. It's close enough. Yeah.
Whatever it is. Whatever you want, you toga wearing savage you.
Right.
But so as we were trying to, figure out where I could, stow the car at Little Caesars Arena so I could run into the box office, in between the burnout buildings and RoboCop landscape, because it's like Spidey sense, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, it was just like I was just drawn to something and I see the Founders logo on the side of a building in the distance.
Right.
Like, oh shit, it's Founders.
Much like mine when we were up there and I was like, there's a brewery over there.
Yeah, exactly. Correct.
Yeah.
And this started my not, I was going to say ice capades, but that's not right. I put on my skates, my skin tight sequin outfit,
naturally, with some Blades of Glory or whatever.
Yeah. So we went to Founders Detroit, which was first time there. Excellent. We for sure need to go, Brian.
Right.
We both got a pint, and then we tried some samples. I spent a lot of money on a growler, but whatever. It's a Stanley double insulated. It looks sexy as fuck.
Pretty awesome growler, though.
Olive green growler. I not only can I keep beer cold in it when I'm out doing stuff, like say when we go camping.
Yeah, I
can brain somebody with it if I need to.
That is true.
Cool.
And I assume it'll keep things hot, too, if you wanted.
It will keep things hot, too, but I don't think I'm going to desecrate that with soup.
Oh, I was thinking more like coffee or something, but yeah.
I got coffee thermos.
Okay. I was thinking that is like the backup, though.
No. Nah.
All right.
That's for beer.
Yeah. Oh, it definitely is for beer. I'm not arguing with you.
But, we left Founders and I was feeling all right. I was just like, not like, woo, but I was just like, yeah, I had a little pep in my step. Jeannie dropped me off around back at Little Caesars. I'm like, just do laps. I'm going to walk and I'll find out where I'm going.
Right.
And I was like, I think I did. So I can't remember if I was on Instagram Live real quick. I don't know. I was like on my phone, like, yeah, Little Caesars Arena and shit. I was trying doors because, there's so many doors.
Because that's what you do. Yeah.
but I found the right door.
If it's unlocked, you're coming in. Yep.
I'm in it. Bought the tickets. The guy had to make just a dumbass statement, because for those who don't know, you may know me as Tony. I'm actually an Anthony.
Yes.
And the road I live on is St. Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
And I hear about it all the time.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
So this guy thought he was, like George Carlin on the other side of his bulletproof glass.
Right.
And making this amazing observation.
Well,
wow, I've never heard that.
So here's a question for you.
Yeah.
You're working behind bulletproof glass, right?
Yeah.
So essentially you're safe. Do you always make the asshole play because you're just like, fuck it, they can't touch me?
You know what? That's not a bad idea.
And you're not going to get fired for something like that,
Right.
Yeah. Because it
could be different if you're like, yeah, like if they were buying tickets for, some shit band, you're like, you stupid cunt. Like that would be way different than just some dumb comment like that.
Right. Whereas like if your last name was Striper or something like that and you were, going to see them, you just, I don't know. Just be like, you a member of the band? Be like, fuck you. Give me my ticket.
Like, should these tickets be comped? Dave Striper?
Yes. Dave Striper.
I
love it.
Full size.
Yep.
Shows the tickets on the inside pocket of his jean jacket covered in patches.
Oh, that's pretty awesome though, actually. I mean,
right?
Jealous of that. I was actually just having a conversation the other day with somebody about, about this kind of a thing. About, like if your name is, great example, I have a friend named John Jacob, and the poor guy has probably heard the John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt thing a billion times, right?
Yeah, I'm sure.
And like when I met him, I didn't do it. I was just like, oh, I bet you're tired of this. And he was like, oh, you have no idea.
Right.
So, people always, like, even when I'm like, yeah, I have a friend named John Jacob, people will do it. Because that's what white people do. And,
stunning displays of whiteness.
But yeah, I feel so bad when people have those kind of names and, you're just like, oh, I bet they get whatever. Oh. Like yours, that's a great,
Exactly. Yeah. My last name, oh, hey man, you high.
Yeah.
I already have like sleepy eyes.
Right. Yeah.
It's like, oh, you high. Yeah.
Like, of course I am. I'm always high.
Yeah.
Because you are. Because your last name's high. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. I lucked out on that. I mean, you can break apart my last name and probably do something with it, but meh. Nothing.
Exactly.
I haven't never heard anything that was really bad. I mean, I've been called plenty of bad things, but it was never because of my name,
Right.
So, yeah.
But we got our shiznit. The hotel texts us like, "Hey, bitch, your room's ready." We're like, "Oh, sweet." Go check in our rooms. And it's
I really hope
timing.
that's what they texted you with.
That would be terrific, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would.
It was perfect timing because it was about this time we got a text from Dev, and they were already there, but they went to Slows, which sounds incredible.
That's a good move right there.
That's a good move.
If you're in the D, go to Slows.
Right? We all rendezvoused at the hotel. They're on the same floor as us. Nice. We're up at the 10th floor, top floor, like doctors.
In the penthouse.
Goddamn right.
Right.
And then we're like, well, we have like 4 hours before Whiskey Fest or whatever. What should we do?
Mm-hmm.
We certainly just can't sit in a hotel. We should go somewhere. So, and a long time ago, this bartender at a restaurant that no longer exists gave Jeannie and I a list of different bars in Detroit that are like cool speakeasy style bars. So we're like, fuck, let's go check out one of these. They were all closed. It's too early.
No, you were too excited. They knew it. Like they were all open. Yeah. They were like, oh, not this guy. Yeah.
Right. But there's this restaurant or bar that I heard about called the Rusted Crow. They were open.
Right.
So like, let's
I've
go
seen
here.
his movies. Ha ha ha.
Hey, hi-yo.
Anyway, moving on.
So we're going, we're going to a whiskey festival at 6:00. Let's head to the bar.
Yeah, pregame. I get you.
Yeah.
Because pre-gaming for whiskey is a great idea.
It's a great idea. So
if this was a beer fest, this wouldn't have turned out. It still would have been a shit show.
Oh yeah,
but I don't think it would have been as bad.
It would have been as big of a shit show, probably.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Maybe.
But so we're at the Rusted Crow, and they have a fantastic cocktail list, and they distill their own shit. So we're like, well, fuck, we're drinking cocktails.
Obviously, yeah.
You know?
Right.
So, 2 cocktails in. And I'm like, I don't want another cocktail, but we still have plenty of time. Let me look at their beer menu. One, didn't know Stroh's had a Bohemian-style Pilsner.
Yeah, Stroh's has repositioned themselves recently.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know. I mean, so I'm like, what is this Stroh's Bohemian? It's not terrible.
Right.
It's not great. It was okay.
Yeah.
But I was like, well, fuck it. I'll put that in my face.
It's also brewed, I think, right there in Detroit, if I'm not mistaken, or somewhere very close. Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Mm.
So, yeah, here we are now, a pint at Founders, like, we split paddles of samples at Founders. Now I got 2 cocktails in me, got another pint in me.
Good start.
It's time to head to Whiskey Fest, and I'm starting to feel pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, this is the opposite part of the story where it goes from feeling good to going, like, I've come to realize, Brian, when I hit a certain point, I just don't have an off switch.
Right. That is what we referred to as the werewolf.
Yeah. It's just like, I don't realize how inebriated I am.
Yeah, raccoon is fun, and then it gets annoying as you get closer to werewolf. Because
I don't even think I was like at any of that.
Yeah.
But I was in the raft. I was going down the river.
Right.
So we take an Uber, and I think this guy hated us, but we took an Uber.
I think that of every driver we've ever had.
Yeah, exactly. We get to the Eastern Market, and it's still too early. Like, they're not even lining people up yet. Nothing. So we're like, fuck. But there's plenty of there's just all kinds of restaurants down there, and so I pull up my trusty phone. I went, oh shit, guys, there's a brewery around the corner. So we head to the brewery, Eastern Market Brewery, and it was actually really great. It's really cool in there. Sabrina, our bartender, was lovely. She gave us a free sample of their bourbon barrel aged stuff, which was nice.
Nice.
Because they just had a tap on the wall, it just said bourbon. So we're like, Sabrina.
Sounds like an awesome tap to me.
What is this tap that just says bourbon? So she poured us a little sample and boom.
Right.
But yeah, the beer was good. They had a pink elephant as their logo. It was a pretty cool place.
All right, cool.
But I did not need another beer. And I had another beer.
Well, you don't want to wait, you don't want to put too big of a gap between your other drinking and Whiskey Fest.
I probably should have had water.
Nah. Yeah, probably.
I was actually crushing waters at the Rusted Crow.
Yeah.
But it doesn't help.
No.
Yeah, that's short gains there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
definitely.
5 steps forward, 3 steps back kind of thing.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah. So then we get to the Whiskey Fest. And I mean, you walk in and they give you and first off, this old lady, I wanted to punch her right in the face because I was drunk.
You would have done that. You would have felt that way sober.
Well, no, I would have probably because I was just being silly and joking with her.
Mm-hmm.
And she asked me if I was a DD, and I thought she was joking because I'm like, clearly she could see I've been drinking.
Maybe she just thinks you're a wild and crazy guy.
Maybe. And I went, yes, I'm definitely a DD tonight. And she's like, oh, I can't give you this bracelet then. This would be highly illegal.
You're like, I'm Matt Murdock.
and I'm like, lady, I've been drinking all day. I'm
all
definitely not DD. Give me my tickets. I was so annoyed.
Yeah, or like because you told me this part of it, and when you told me that, I'm like, yeah, if you're the DD, y'all are fucked.
Exactly. I'm your DD straight to heaven.
Yeah. I mean, unless you count you arranging an Uber or a cab as part of that responsibility, then in that case, yes, you were. Right,
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll be honest, there's not much of the fest I really recall.
So nothing happened then?
Nah.
You know the rules of the podcast. Tate established them. If you don't remember it, it didn't happen.
That's true.
Yep.
It's like one-sided time travel.
Yeah. Unfortunately, no one else goes with you. It's just you.
You're just in your own little bubble of time. Because I know you walk in and they give you like the tasting glass, and they gave you 2 cups. I'm assuming one's for water. I don't know.
No, they're both for whiskey. If you hand me 2 cups,
because they give you a Jack Daniel's cup and they give you another cup. I don't even know what to have in my cup.
Yeah,
because usually our like if it's like a cool cup we added to our collection,
Mm-hmm.
no idea what happened to it. It's certainly not with me.
Right.
But so they give you a Jack Daniels cup and some Jack Daniels in it.
Nice.
And ka-dink, and it's like fest time.
Mm-hmm.
Ready, set, go. Oh, there you go. I just got a text. She must be able to hear me. It says shot in a cocktail cup. Ass. All right. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't all, I think I had like 2 toes on earth at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else was somewhere else.
Right.
And the unfortunate thing is I was really looking forward to this Whiskey Fest,
Mm-hmm.
and I couldn't tell you anything I had.
Yeah.
I know I had stuff,
Mm-hmm.
for sure. I know I had different cocktails, and I remember going, this is good. I couldn't tell you what it was.
Right.
I know I talked to people.
Yeah. I would think you.
I know I got swag.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I got some cool flasks because they the swag there was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I know I looked at my Instagram story the next day, and I sat on in between 2 guys, and I'm like, this is Robert, and this is this guy. And I was talking to him.
Sure, why not?
And
Yeah,
they're
you.
waving, like,
Yeah,
hey.
it was like you do that, so
Yeah. So, but I was just like, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
But at some point here, this is in this realm is when it went bad.
Yeah.
Because we went and got coffee. I kind of recall that. We went and got pizza. I know I ate some.
Right.
It's apparently, my wife and I argued. I don't remember any of it,
Convenient forgetting, right?
which is bad news.
Yeah.
There. You have no
Definitely.
idea what, like,
What you said
know.
or what was said. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's just bad news all around. You're right.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, and like, I went down to the, weird, like, cause she's like, I just need you to not be by me for a little bit.
Sure. I
I'm like,
understand that. Yeah.
which pissed me off because I was drunk Tony,
Right.
being extra sensitive.
Mhm.
So I was like, and moped on down to the round bar, and there's Dev and Ryan, and I'm like, oh, it's time for another beer.
Obviously. Yeah. Cause you clearly needed some more.
Clearly. Oh man. And then Gene and I argued again.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a shit show, Brian.
Yep.
Moral of the story is, those festivals I can't do.
Right.
I
Well,
just can't do them.
if you had just done the festival, I think you would have been okay.
Maybe?
I think it's because you did all the other stuff
It
and
could
the
be.
festival. Yeah.
Okay, I guess what I'm saying is when it's an event like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I was trying to be very conscious of how much like get water.
Mhm.
It didn't matter. It did not matter.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Nope. I've noticed that too when we're out drinking and stuff. Every once in a while, I'll do like you and, get the old spacer and I'll be like, this is not making a difference.
Yeah,
Although
I was
long term, you're probably like, thank you, to yourself.
I woke up feeling great.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. At least that's the payoff. But short term, it doesn't do anything for you.
No, I mean, I was trying to do like beer, water, but what are you going to do?
Yeah.
What I can tell you is we went to the old dime store the next day and they had Coney Island Dog Benedict. I kind of regret not ordering it.
Yeah, you probably should have. Well, I don't know. Well, no, you said you felt fine. So yeah, you should have went that route.
I felt I guess when I say I felt great, considering how much I consumed,
Yeah.
I felt okay. If I would have, like tonight I'm going to have a beer, been crushing water for hours.
Right.
I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to wake up tomorrow feeling like a normal human.
Maybe.
If I woke up tomorrow morning feeling like I did that morning, I'd be like, what the fuck happened to me?
Fair enough. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get you.
But the Coney Island Benedict was intriguing.
Yeah. I kind of, you know what? I didn't, but I should look that up and see what that is.
Right?
Cause what is the hollandaise sauce? Is that the chili?
I don't know. I don't remember it because it was a special.
Oh yeah. So it probably won't be.
I don't quite recall what it was.
Yeah.
The major highlight of all this day experience.
Yeah.
Was while we were sitting at the Rusted Crow, the hotel texted Dev.
Yes, this is
hey,
great.
This is Charisse or whatever from the DoubleTree. We just want to make sure everything's, everything's good for you. And Dev, being Dev, responds with, well, everything's good, but I could really use a picture of Macho Man. And their response to just, oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. And they had several pictures of Macho Man ready for him, including a platter of Slim Jims.
That was so awesome. Yeah.
The Double Tree is legit as fuck.
Yep. They are the MVP of the weekend.
Oh, big time.
They gave Dev something to jerk off to, something to eat afterwards, because you got to get that protein back,
Got to get that protein back.
Right. Yeah. What would have been funny is if there had been a towel included in that, even if it wasn't for that purpose.
Lotion.
Yeah. Oh, no, you just eat some Slim Jims. Your hands will be greasy.
Slim Jim grease. Oh, my God.
That'd be so awful.
Christ, what an animal. Just some savage jacking off with Slim Jim grease.
Oh, my God. Hey, baby, you want to blow me? It tastes like a Slim Jim.
Yeah, exactly.
And she's like, oh, break into one. Or snap into one. Sorry. Why did I say break into one?
You like teriyaki.
Oh, my.
Yeah, gross.
Okay, so I looked up the dime store's Coney Dog Benny. And
excellent.
I found it, yeah. It's locally sourced farm field table beef hot dog medallions. Cut up hot dog.
That's my favorite.
That's so good. House chili, onions, and yellow mustard on a Hawaiian roll topped with 2 poached eggs and hollandaise.
There you go.
So they don't replace any of it. Yeah. It looks really good.
When a platter of it went by me, and I was like, oh, I should have got that.
Yeah.
Because it did. It looked good.
Kind of like when we were at Hopcat the first time and we saw them Sloppy Josephs go by, or that guy at the table behind us. I was like, what's he eating?
Dude, I figured I just got aroused when you said that with Sloppy Joseph.
Man, I certainly did after eating one of them. Whew.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good thing you were on the other side. We kept the table even. You know?
Really. Exactly. Like, are you guys' chairs getting lower or
no? Yes,
getting higher?
Yes. Oh, I get it because your last name's High.
Hey, God damn it. So, but this all led into then us going out that next evening for the Swingin' Dicks Club.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. I completely forgot that was the exact next night.
Yeah, we had the Swingin' Dicks Club experience after I completely shit the bed on Whiskey Fest.
Well, at least you didn't get that drunk, No,
you saw I was taking it very easy that night.
Yeah, shit the bed drunk would be terrible. And that would.
I mean, there was a big part of my head because at the dime store I just had coffee and water. I was like, I'm not fucking drinking. And there was a big part of me. I was like, I don't think I'm drinking tonight at the Swingin' Dicks Club.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, at the dime store you can get booze. In fact. Right here, I'm looking at their logo. It says Detroit Dime Store established 2014. American brunch bar, breakfast, lunch, booze.
Yeah, I mean, the boys, Dev and Ryan, they both got beer mimosas. Jeannie got a coffee of a shot of Bailey's, and she had the shot in between us, and then she's like, you're not going to have any of that, are you? I was like, no, I'm not. That's all for you. Yeah. And then she got a breakfast old-fashioned with it as well.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, right? That was like a chocolatey orange situation almost.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
But so there was a big part of me though after all that nonsense that I'm like, Swingin' Dicks Club, they're gonna be giving me shit because I'm gonna be just like Diet Coking it or watering it or
right.
I'm like, I don't want anything to do with it.
What you do is you pull my dad's old trick, which is you tell the bartender or server or whatever to just keep bringing you Diet Cokes, but basically they're telling you that they're like Jack and Cokes.
Yeah, with like a lime in it so it looks legit.
Yep, exactly. My dad used to do that when he didn't want to get shit-faced. And because otherwise, like you said, his friends would give him shit for not drinking. So,
right.
Yeah.
And that all went to shit once I saw Bourbon Barrel Aged Blackout Stout at the
did.
Casual Pint. And I'm like, well, I got to have that. And I had that. And then, I had, we went to Rockies and, had a couple there. And then we went and had cigars.
Yeah. It's a good time.
Yeah, it was, slow rolling Tony for Swingin' Dicks Club.
Yeah. You know what, though? I mean, all of us were kind of essentially that way. Like, none of us was really getting after it hard, but...
Yeah, exactly. I think if anybody wanted to get after it hard, it felt like Jeremy did.
Yeah. But I kind of felt like he was hoping that we would go at it,
But I think everybody else is like, yeah, because Don was like, I'm kind of been sick, and
well, like,
I was like,
when we were at the cigar bar when we were standing outside before we left, and Jeremy's like, like, you still want to go do something, basically.
Yeah, we were both like, no.
Yeah, I would have, but him and I don't really live close, so
yeah.
Yeah.
And I was done. I was so exhausted.
Yeah. I would have been fine because, it was early for me. But it was probably for the best that I didn't, because I really didn't want to. I've gotten to where I just don't want to drink a lot anymore.
Yeah.
Like once in a while they'll go down easy and be like, all right, but otherwise because I had 2 at the first place. I think I had 2 or 3 at Rockies. And, a fucking shot of Fireball. Fucking A. And that was, I think that was it, yeah. Because at the cigar place, I just got water.
Right.
So yeah, I went pretty easy too. Although I will say this, when I got home, I opened the fridge, and I'm thinking, get some water. And the first thing I see is Backwoods Bastard looking at me, and I'm like, and it's like, Brian, I'm so tasty. And I'm like, I know, but you gotta settle down. It's like, come on.
Yeah, you come on, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, nah, I skipped it.
I really want a Backwoods Bastard when I'm smoking a cigar.
I could see where you would want that.
Because it's like, I like that cigar place a lot. It's got a good vibe. My future self is there. Looper me is there.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
And but I don't want to spend $20 for a double shot.
Yeah, and I'm afraid
or $30 for a double shot.
Yeah,
and I really I don't even want like that. I want a hard booze. I'd want a beer or I want a coffee.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Mm.
And that's the problem. That's what I was saying is like it's a cool place. Like luckily, like we were talking outside, with warm weather coming, it'll be more like, hey, let's get some booze and go to someone's house because
exactly.
Why not?
Yeah.
We can all throw
Especially
in on a good bottle of booze if we wanted.
Yeah, for sure, right? Yeah.
Yep.
But I don't know. The old Swingin' Dicks Club was fun as usual. I was honestly like, when it came to that like later in the week, and I was like, no one said anything. Let me post something on his Facebook pages. We're even doing this, and then when we got to the casual pint, Don's like, I completely forgot this was even happening.
Yeah. Honestly, all week, like you said, I didn't see much movement on there, and I was like, well, guess Tony and I are going out to have some fun. So.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I was like, well, Tony, Brian, myself, maybe T.
Yeah.
We'll be the ones going out, and then if those gentlemen join us, then whatever.
Yep. And if not, that happens too. Yep.
Yeah, right.
It was a good time though. I had a really good time.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
It usually is anyway, because like that group is. I mean, we're usually pretty chill when we go hang out. We're not. Yeah. We're generally not getting crazy and stuff. So
we're not throwing growlers out of sunroofs.
No, nothing like that.
Oh, nothing like that. For sure, not us at least.
No. No, the worst thing I remember doing is when we were at the burger bar and I was taking pictures of the bartender at like 2 feet away with my flash on.
Yeah, that was actually hilarious. It was delightful.
So smooth.
Yeah, smooth.
She didn't care because she stopped and posed the one time, so I know she was cool with it.
Right. Still hilarious stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was probably because I was knocking back those KBBAs, and she was probably like, I'm going to get a nice tip out of this.
Yeah, keep drinking these, you savage. You'll do whatever.
Right. Oh, man. Yeah. So, all right, let's, do you do anything else?
Well, then you had your standard issue working. I have that.
Heard that's a good time.
But, we're recording today because yesterday, because like I said earlier in the show, Jeannie's work schedule's been wonky. So there's a lot of times we don't like see each other in passing, basically.
Sure. Been there. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm. So, yesterday was like a night we could go out.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So I'm like, that's why I was like, Brian, let's record.
Yeah. I don't give a shit. So.
Yeah, I know you don't give a shit.
No, I mean about you guys going out. I don't know.
I know. I'm with. So, our buddy Steve, him and his wife, they hit us up like, "Hey, you guys want to go see Super Troopers on Friday? Because we're going." We're like, "Oh shit!" We're both, we'll figure. Let's do that.
Right.
So we went up to the old. Well, I was trying to. We went to the old North Side Bar and Grill because I'm like, I'm starving. I came home from work, got to eat.
Right.
It's a good place to get some beer, but there was nowhere to park. It's that bar up there that has like 30 taps and has all the bourbons.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's no parking. Like, people were parking in the grass up on this weird hill. I was like, we can't.
Wow.
So we went to the Mecca of commerce, the Mall of Monroe.
It's certainly not.
What a dump.
Yeah. It's honestly amazing that place is still open because all the anchor stores pretty much are gone.
Yeah, like I was going to go, I'm like, do they have to have a food court? And Jeannie pulled up on her phone. She's like, doesn't look like they really have much.
No, they have like Taco Bell and I forgot there's like 3 things or something, I think.
Yeah, it's Taco Bell, a pretzel place, and a cookie place.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yep.
Yeah. So,
it used to have like Wendy's and other stuff in there too, but nope.
Yeah. So, we just went up the road and, like I said, got some Qdoba. First time I've been a Qdoba fan. Pretty good.
Right.
Pretty delicious.
I didn't know there was one of those there. Okay.
Yeah. But not in the mall.
No, I know. Yeah.
Okay.
I just mean, I've been in that area and I haven't noticed it up there. So it must be in an area I haven't been to yet.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
But so we go back to the mall, and the one thing I will give the majestic Mall of Monroe.
Yeah.
The fucking people watching.
Oh, it's great, isn't it?
It is amazing.
It's sad though now because there's less of them. But when it was a busier place, like when Target was still there, and for anyone listening, a Target actually closed there. To give you some idea of what kind of town this is. This is a Walmart town for sure. And when I used to walk through that mall and just be amazed by the people. It was fantastic.
Oh, there was some dude that was getting Taco Bell that he had like the worst, patchiest, like Chernobyl sideburns I've ever seen.
Wow, that sounds pretty awful.
And then he had, I think he was trying to grow a beard. I think because it looked like his Adam's apple head was wearing like a wig. Like there's this like patch of fur like way down under his chin. Mm-hmm. It was just, the people watching was amazing. Mm-hmm. Because we had time to kill before the movie started, and Steve wasn't there yet. Steve and his lady. Mm-hmm. So we're like, well, let's walk around the mall and see what's doing.
Yeah.
And one, they have a storefront. I had to put it on Snapchat. They have a storefront completely devoted to claw machines.
Yep.
That doesn't even make sense to me.
Nope. But it's there.
It's there.
Mm-hmm.
We went into the FYE for your entertainment. Looks like a tornado went through there.
Yeah. Honestly, that's the only reason I go in that mall anymore.
Right?
Because I used to go to GameStop in there sometimes, looking for pops or whatever. But GameStop's not there anymore. They moved not too far away.
The fuck out is what they moved.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it was an interesting mall.
I will say this though about the mall. Even though there's like no traffic essentially in there, and it's what it is, it still looks nice. Like, they've done a good job of at least keeping it presentable, and putting carpet down in the whole place, which was weird.
Yeah.
They did that a while ago, and I remember going in there going, why did they carpet the mall? Like, this is, whatever, but, yeah.
To vacuum up all the white trash dander.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because it was there. I saw way too much of some woman. She was not wearing enough clothing. Mm-hmm. She was ordering her cookie from the cookie factory, and she was just like, it looked like I rounded the corner. It looked like someone threw small clothes in a bowl of pudding.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was an experience to say that, because I mean, we've gone up there to go to the movie theater.
Yeah.
Once before. It's the second time I've been to that theater.
Yeah.
But it's the first time I've ever really walked through that mall. Mm-hmm. That was something.
Yeah.
I feel like I learned some things.
Yeah, you probably
about
did.
myself too. Even.
Right. Yeah, it's so weird because it wasn't all that long ago that mall had the trendy clothes stores for the kids and whatnot, and like I said, a GameStop and Target was on the end and all this stuff. But one by one, the anchor stores started either going out of business or closing. You know, like, do you remember, I can't remember the name of the company now. They had stores in various places and they had like really cheap clothes. It was like, what was it? It was like Steve and somethings or whatever.
Oh, God, I bought a pair of jeans from that place before, and they lasted like 2 weeks.
Yeah, because they're like $4.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is cool, work jeans. And I think one pant leg was longer than the other, and
yeah,
it was a whole situation.
Yeah, I got an okay jacket from there. I still have, actually. But
fair enough.
Yeah, that was like the best thing I bought there. But anyway, that used to be in there when that was a big deal too, you know, so it was, like I said, there was just all these, you know, big stores in there. There was a good amount of traffic in there. And now it's like, man, you could probably roll across, you know, from one side to the other and almost not hit anybody most of the time.
Yeah, it's weird.
I'll have to try that next time I'm in there.
Yes.
What are you doing? Don't worry about it.
Yeah, just let me roll.
Yeah.
Let me roll.
Mm-hmm.
But the movie theater is great, and Super Troopers was fantastic. I was kind of
awesome.
I wasn't sure what to make of it exactly, because you know it's a sequel and it's got a lot to live up to.
Yeah,
it's pretty goddamn funny.
Cool. I'm very happy to hear that.
Yeah, big fan. All
right, so
that's actually what we recorded for Hobie, was a movie review for them. So look forward to it. Hopefully on their upcoming episode.
Fair enough. Well, speaking of movie review,
yes,
I mean, you got to rate it.
I can't remember what I gave it last night because I was exhausted.
Fair enough.
Because we came up with a whole different scale, because you know our scale is always shifting. Because it's been Shirtless Kylo, it's been Channing Tatum. I think, didn't we say single Channing Tatum?
Yes, that's what you said was going to be the next one, was single Channing Tatum.
Singles Channing, yeah. So, and we do it on a 5 Channing scale, right? Right.
Well, actually, that is, I think, move too. I think sometimes it's been 10, sometimes it's 5.
I know, yeah, exactly. I think we did 13 when Jeannie and I were recording last night.
Yeah, we're pretty consistent.
Yeah, super consistent. So I'm going to give it I think I gave it an 8.5 out of 10 yesterday for the Hobie thing.
Okay.
And I can't remember what I used for a scale anymore. So I guess we'll go 8.5 single Channings.
Okay. Fair enough.
It was good.
Awesome.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I'm like you. I was really afraid of it because all those kind of movies, like generally the sequels to them suck.
And it's like, well, if you listen to Hobie, you'll just hear me reiterating this shit. But
nah, they're dead to me. No.
Well, not you, the audience.
Oh.
But it's like when Super Troopers came out, I didn't know what to make of it because I was working at the video store, but I watched it because it was free. And I was like, holy shit, this movie's terrific.
Yeah, because I think you and I both called each other and we're like, did you watch? And we're like, yes. Because, yeah.
So when the other Broken Lizard movies came out, I was a little disenchanted by them.
I liked Beer Fest. But
Beer Fest?
What's the other one? The
Dread.
Yeah, that one I didn't like as well.
Yeah, I was just like, it's just, but like I said, it had a lot to, so that's why I was a little concerned. But they nailed it. Yep. So, yeah, I definitely watch it.
Do you know the other thing I was afraid of is it's like the first one, you know, like a lot of those movies, what ends up being endearing about them, like here's a great example, Clerks and Clerks 2, right? Clerks has got that graininess. You can tell it's a low budget, whatnot. Clerks 2 is glossier. You can tell there's a much bigger budget for it. And it feels like like a Hollywood movie kind of thing. It doesn't feel like a passion project type of thing. And kind of the same with Super Troopers is like when I've seen previews for this one, I'm like, wow, looks like they had a lot more money on this one. And, you know, and then you see a couple like cameos and I don't think there were any cameos in the first one, you know, and those kind of things sometimes are obnoxious, you know.
The only cameo in the first one I can think of was Jim Gaffigan, but that was before he was really popular.
Right. Yeah. So that's basically, you know, so good. I'm glad to hear you liked it.
It was good.
Yeah. I definitely want to see it. I was going to, you know, pretty much planning on seeing it either way. Unless I heard a bunch of people going, it's terrible, you know?
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm like, okay, well, maybe I'll wait.
I do have something I just have to, and maybe I'm just me just being, you know, there's definitely awfully good chance. Me just being purely ignorant over here. Okay. So I had a doctor's appointment this week, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a new doctor because my last doctor I just wasn't a huge fan of.
Right. Too big of knuckles. Yeah.
Huh?
Too big of knuckles.
Yeah, her hands are huge.
Yeah.
But
that shit's important.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I need her to make my dick look huge. Jeez.
Not worried about the whole going knuckle deep. you know?
No, exactly. I'm like, what? Only one finger?
you can go ahead and get 2, 3 in there.
But so new doctor. So
as long as it's not around 11 o'clock.
Yeah, for sure.
Sorry. All right.
So you have that whole experience of filling out all the paperwork again.
Yeah.
Which I really don't know why you
Oh,
can't
you mean like you went to a separate, like a different location altogether?
Different doctor.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And, I was like, so you got to do the whole, like, here's a whole fucking packet of shit.
Yeah.
And which really I don't
dumb.
know why you just can't have a whole date, it's still underneath the same insurance company. Can't you just pull my shit up?
Right. And if nothing else, pull it up, hand you a copy of it and be like, hey, verify this.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
That would be amazing.
Done. Yeah.
But so I'm going through and filling out the paperwork. And it always confuses me when you get to the race section.
Okay.
Okay, because it's a race and you have all your races.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have ethnicity, Hispanic or non-Hispanic.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Why is there a difference?
I don't know why they have both on there,
Right?
I mean, I guess in all honesty, I don't see why it's on there anyway, because they're going to look at you. They kind of can. I mean, they can get a pretty good idea.
I don't know why it's like, well, race, white, black, Asian, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But Hispanic is not in there at all.
No. Yeah. And then an ethnicity.
Then you have then you have the ethnicity section.
Yeah.
Well, are you Hispanic or are you not Hispanic? It's like, didn't I already cover this?
Yeah. Nope. Nope. You sure didn't.
So I just don't. Like I said, maybe there's something I don't know.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't know either. So if somebody listening does know, please let us know.
Yeah, I stared at it for a second, and then I pulled my phone out and I put it in my notes because I'm like, I have to ask Brian about this, see if he knows anything I don't know. Because it does not make sense to me. Yeah,
and the only time I generally think of it is when I'm there filling out the paperwork. I have this, very similar thought, like, why do they need? Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm Asian. Yes, I'm also Hispanic. Like,
well,
what?
I mean, you could be.
You could be.
But, yeah.
But I just...
But why can't I just put 2 X's, one for Asian, one for... Yeah, I don't...
Like Louis C.K. He's clearly Caucasian. Mm-hmm. He's also Mexican.
Yep.
So...
Exactly.
I don't know. It was weird.
Mm-hmm.
Which the whole, the new doctor seemed fine.
Mm.
But I get bothered by the fact that, granted, we got River Y membership. I haven't really been working out like I was.
Mm-hmm.
I put on a few LBs since the beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Which you'll have.
Right.
But the whole
bulking up. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just bulking.
Right. Yeah.
But the whole government BMI situation.
Yeah.
She's like, well, according to your weight. And also I had to go, well, you weighed me with steel toe boots on.
Right.
These things are 8 pounds by themselves.
She's like, okay. And she turns around again and you're nude. Yeah. Like, all right, I'm ready to be weighed.
I'm ready for you, Doc.
I know, the last time I got weighed, I had my shoes and my coat on. And I was like, shouldn't I take my coat and shoes off? And they were like, don't worry about it. I was like, okay, well, last time I got weighed, I had to take my shoes off. This is not a consistent, this is not a consistent scale. Yeah.
That's kind of what I thought. Because when I step on a scale, that was my first thought. I'm like, well, I have my jacket on, have steel toes on, I have all my work shit in my pockets.
Yeah, the 20-pound weights on your dick. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure. I'm into that.
Yikes.
So yeah, it's just but and then she starts giving me, and she's like, well, according to the charts, you're overweight and you need to. I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm like, to be fair, I had all this shit on me.
Yeah.
And I haven't been exercising as hard as I used to. My diet's good.
Yeah.
She's like, well, do you think this is from not exercising? I'm like, yeah, probably. She's like, well, the government recommends you get 30 minutes. So if you have a set of stairs, go up and down them for. I'm like, yeah.
Jesus.
I'm just sitting there looking at her like, if we were in an athletic competition, I'm owning you.
Right.
I know this by looking at you.
I would kill to be your kind of overweight. You know, like so many people would, because looking at you, I don't think anybody would normally say to you, wow, Tony's really overweight.
It's that whole stupid BMI thing.
It is, yeah. Like mine,
You know?
it's more of like, how are you alive? So.
So I just always get annoyed by that.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, like I was talking to Jeannie about it, and she's like, well, find a different doctor. It's like, I just found one.
Yeah.
I would love to find one that's more, I'm not going to say holistic, but more like not locked into government guidelines.
Yeah.
You know?
That's really, that's pretty weird.
Yeah.
So, yeah. My doctor doesn't do that. He just looks and sees what I weigh and looks at me and goes, you need to lose weight. So, yeah, it's pretty.
Oh, you didn't get dressed down like I did?
Well, no, remember I told you last time that he guilted me.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, because he's like, are you exercising? And I said, no. And he's like, I told you to.
That's pretty good, though.
I felt shamed. Yeah.
That's my only goal is just I would like to find a doctor that I actually feel like I can talk to.
Yeah.
My past two, like this one, I barely know her. But the one previous, it's like, you know, I got my blood work back, and she's like, oh, you got all this stuff going on. I'm like, well, you know, it's because of the way I eat. It's, you know, I eat a lot of fat, no carbs, no sugar.
Yeah.
And then she's like, and it's like, well, you know, balanced diet says, it's like, it's not what I want. I don't feel good when I do that, though.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
It's like, you're not listening to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like, you can say that all you want, but I'm still going to do this. So
yeah, this is what I'm doing.
You need to make the adjustment here, not me, because I'm not going to change it. Yeah,
exactly. And unfortunately, that's enough to make me go, well, I'm going to go find someone else.
Sure, that's understandable.
Because I get annoyed.
Well, yeah, and I get that because, like you said, it feels like they're essentially not really listening to you because they're just like, here's the thing, and you're like, yeah, but that doesn't work for me. You know, you can't apply everything to, you know, the same thing to everyone. That doesn't work.
Yeah, not everybody's the same.
Right. Exactly.
We're not all cookie cuckers. Cookie cutters, you silly goose.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I don't know, that whole race versus ethnicity thing, I just did not understand.
Yeah.
And you know, and the what is it? Who are they? The blood takers? Fill up whatever the fuck they're called.
Phlebotomist.
Them broads.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lovely lady. Very, very actually attractive lady. Mm-hmm. Murdered my arm.
Yeah. Not the last time I got blood work, because the last time I got blood work, I walked in, I sat down, you know, there was a very young, attractive lady that within like 2 seconds was like, okay, you're done pretty much. And, before that, though, it was an older woman that I swear was just taking out her hatred of the Germans during the war on my arm, you know?
Right.
It was brutal. Yeah. So, yeah.
I mean, she got blood right away, but normally it's like the next day I woke up and my arm was still sore, and that's never happened.
Yeah, that's probably not good. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck did this dummy do?
Yeah. Like I have issues to where like they've told me since I was a little kid that like my veins disappear. Like they find it, and then when they go to, you know, actually put the needle in, they lose it basically.
Right.
And then a lot of times, because I'll wake up and just go to get the blood work because it's usually fasting, you know?
Yeah.
So I'll just go right then. So I haven't had a lot of water in my system yet. So sometimes it's tough to get a draw that way. So I've learned now that if I have blood work coming up, that when I first get up, I chug, you know, not a bunch of water because I generally have to give a urine sample too, and you don't want to dilute that, but got to get enough in there to at least, you know, get the blood moving or whatever. And this time I didn't have a problem, so I was like, okay, this is, yeah,
crushing it.
Yeah. Although I wish, like I've seen that thing on, I saw it on Facebook and I saw it somewhere else too, where it's basically like a little patch that they could put over your arm or hand, and it allows them to see the veins.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and I was like, that will save a lot of people a lot of trouble.
Yeah, like Jeannie can barely.
Yeah.
Like, she's got rolling veins. And they're like,
Yep.
Well, like you were saying, rolling through the Mall of Monroe.
Mm-hmm.
That's what her veins do.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know, what is that? Dark Soul? I'm so out of the game loop.
I don't know.
I'm trying to go for a clever joke here, and it's fucking shit in the bed.
Yeah. It's all right.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it was like, it's like my joke was elderly trying to get out of bed to get to the crapper and just everywhere. It's on the bedspread. It's on the floor.
Not the duvet.
Yeah. And then the joke face planted into the wall and died.
Yeah, it didn't go well for sure.
No, it did not go well for that joke.
Right. Yeah, I have, I've had a lot of issues off and on over the years too because of my veins, disappearing. So
rolling.
What I found is that typically if the phlebotomist is older, they usually find the vein no problem. The younger ones seem to have
that old lady experience.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I don't want old person experience.
Right. Because you're right, and that was like, there was one that was working the one time, and I don't know how old she was. She was, most of them I go in there, I'd guess are in their 20s,
Yeah.
Maybe early 30s, but probably not.
Yes.
And this woman was well in her 40s, I would say, which, whatever. I don't give a shit as long as they do their job,
Yeah, well, exactly, right?
And I sat down, and she, felt around my arm real quick, boom, boom, out the door, And she was there for a little while, but then they changed companies there, so she's not there anymore. And it made me sad, because up until this last one, the people have not been great. So, oh man.
Man, yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. So, all right.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's, I mean...
Well, that's fun.
That's pretty much the extent there.
Yeah, nice.
So far of my... liver abuse / finding a new doctor.
Mm-hmm. That's a pretty good week.
All right. It was something.
So the other day, oh, sorry.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
Okay. So the other day, my brother and I were out and, because we're out looking for Funko Pops, and we went up to Ann Arbor to see, because, there's a Toys R Us there and there's some other stores, but Toys R Us is up there, and we were going to go see, what percentage they had their clearance and stuff at. And it turns out that store's completely closed. So they went quick, because it was less than a month ago we were up there and it was only 10%.
So like wasted trip or?
No, because we, there were some other stores up there, and we went to.
Did you go to Arbor Brewing?
No, of course not.
God damn it.
It's my brother. If I was driving, we would have went there, and he wouldn't have had a choice.
All I have to do is punch him right in the temple.
Yeah. He's just...
As he's doing like 55.
Right.
Yeah.
That seems like a good idea,
Right.
In Ann Arbor, where, the traffic's never bad.
No, it's always smooth.
Smooth as hell.
Smooth, yeah.
We went to a couple comic shops, though, and the first one we went into, I remember going into a long time ago, and I was like, wow, it doesn't look like they've changed a thing since I've been in here, except they had more magic. Like, they didn't used to really have much magic, and this time they had quite a bit. So, which
like
makes
doves
sense.
And rabbits and streamers.
Yeah, of course. No, Magic the Gathering, you silly goose.
Half a lady here and half a lady there.
There's no ladies in that place. There weren't. I mean, I'm not exaggerating. There were none in that one.
Well, you never know. There might have been.
True.
I
didn't check a freezer. Yeah.
I'll not say I interacted with a lady, this week that, as long as I've ever seen this person, I thought it was a dude.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's true. I am assuming genders here, and that's, but it didn't look like there were any ladies in the house. How about that?
Right.
But it was funny because one of the guys was talking to another guy about his deck that he was going to play. And I heard him talking about it, and he was like, yeah, I lock him down with Mindslaver and blah, blah, And when I'm listening and I'm like, that doesn't work. Like, he was semantically wrong, which, in Magic makes all the difference.
Right.
If you word things backwards at some point, it can cost you the game, right? So I'm standing about 10 feet from him. I'm like, dude, that doesn't work. And he goes, huh? And I explained to him why it doesn't work. And he was like, holy shit, dude. He's like, thank you.
I'm like, shit.
Yeah. And they were like, you play? You know, and I was like, no. I was like, I used to. You know, I looked out the window like I'm Joe Biden, you know,
Right.
Many years ago. Shit. But it was kind of funny. Like, when we first went in there, Daryl's like, they got some kind of tournament. And I'm like, it's Magic. And he's like, how do you know? And I'm like, I know my kind. I was totally right.
I can smell my own.
Well, yeah, I definitely could smell a couple of them. But, you know, we went into this other shop, and this other shop it was exactly what I wanted ours to be. Like, their shelves were really cool. They were wooden shelves, but they were like finished wooden, you know, like a lighter kind of wood. And they had these
finished, like relaxed wood.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
like
so finished.
Happy ending, you know. But they had these like dividers and stuff. So it was basically there was individual slots to put books, and there was a bunch of them. They were I should have taken a picture to send you, but they were super nice looking. Nice. And all their trades were on bookshelves, and there was no just random stuff all over the place or whatever. You know, it was nice and clean and merched. And, like when I looked at it, I was like, somebody has worked a job where they had to do merchandising, because this place is too immaculate. Most game stores are not like that, you know,
right.
Or comic stores.
Laid out nice, huh?
It was. And it was, there was room to walk around. And then at the very back, it was a pretty deep building. At the very back, they had tables for Magic. So that was, you know, I kind of was seeing what was going on. It looked like they had about 20 people in there. Just at like 7 on a Wednesday, which not a bad number.
No, not on a Wednesday for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, it was. What's funny though is like walking into those places. I still not even walking into them now. I just feel like I'm at home. You know.
Right.
It's just like, yes, these are my people. This is my shit, you know?
I have returned.
Yeah.
I am your king. And they're okay, like, who's this guy?
Yeah. It makes me realize how much I miss, you know, going into shops and stuff though. But
right.
That's not really going to change. It just makes me, you know, nostalgic for it, I guess. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I bought a pop at that place. So they had an Iron Fist where he's in his white, costume.
Nice.
So that was a free comic book day.
The one with the pointy hood. It's a terrible costume.
No.
Surprised that him and Luke Cage are friends.
No. Yeah, that would be. Yeah, I don't think that would go over well. That'd be a bunch of fiddle faddle for sure.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, it was a really nice place though. I was. You know, I told the person working the counter how impressed I was with the shop, and they're like, oh, I'll tell the owner. And I guess they own another shop somewhere up there too, but we didn't go into, there's another shop in Ann Arbor called, Vault of Midnight. And it's right over by the football stadium. And is that the place, I'm sorry for folks listening, they're gonna be like, what are they talking about? Was that where the underground was?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I told Daryl, I was like, I'm pretty sure I've been in that shop, but it wasn't called Vault of Midnight, or I didn't realize it was called Vault of Midnight.
Yeah, I was like, because there's also a Vault of Midnight in Detroit, too.
Yeah, and it's probably...
I'm sure it's just a spinoff.
Yeah, the one in Ann Arbor has been, like, when I was looking up their hours and stuff, apparently it's been ranked as, like, one of the best shops in the country. So I kind of wanted to go, but it was really the opposite way from where we were going. You know, so. Right. But yeah, most of that was just to talk about being in the comic shops, because it's just, you know,
it felt nice, right?
It does. Yeah. Yep. I didn't even feel like, wow, I'm so far behind on books. It was more like, ooh, this looks good, you know.
Right.
I just immediately went into, you know, kid in a candy shop kind of deal.
Yeah, you'll have that sometimes. I kind of go through that too when we go to like game stores and shit. Walk in, it's just like. Tend to start perusing shelves. What always gets me is looking into Magic cases.
Yeah.
At cards I used to have.
Yeah. No doubt, dude.
With prices that I go, what? Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. For stuff that, you know, we used to just trade for nothing all day.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever, Trevor, right?
Right.
Yes.
Yep. So, all right, got anything else?
How about all the people dying this
Oh,
week?
yeah, actually, I wanted to bring that up. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
This week we had Bruno Sammartino, who's a former WWF champion and whatnot. Well-known guy. Vern Troyer, who was Mini-Me, if people don't know. Harry Anderson from Night Court and and a great episode of Cheers. Actually, he was on Cheers a variety of times. And then former First Lady Barbara Bush.
I know. People dropping like
flies
this week.
Yeah. Death decided that, hasn't really stretched, their arms in a while.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, you know what? It's been a while since we killed anybody of note lately.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just go for a 5-piece.
Right. Yeah. Yeah,
I saw the Vern Troyer one today, and I was like, well, that's not surprising.
Well, no, because I think people that have the condition he had generally don't live to be very old, and he was 49, so
yeah, I mean, I don't know what that is, and his years.
Nope.
Are you noping?
Nope. Bruno Sammartino, he was fairly old, and he's had some off and on health issues, so.
Well, wrestler.
Yeah, that one wasn't a complete surprise. Yeah, an old school wrestler to where they didn't have insurance and they probably were, jumping on the hardest of surfaces. It's not like now around the WWE ring, there's padding all on the floor and stuff,
Yeah, fuck that. He's pre-padding.
Mm-hmm.
He was like pills, goddamn Quaaludes, and out there throwing chairs at people or whatever.
And that wasn't even during a match.
No, that was like Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was after church.
Yep. Oh, Bruno.
At Denny's. Because he didn't get enough cheese on his omelet. Starts fucking people up.
Yep. There's not enough moon on this moon over at my hand.
Yeah, exactly. He asked for rye toast. They brought him white. He put him through a window.
Dude, I mean, I might too.
Dude, rye is pretty important in my life. So.
I don't want white bread toast when there's better options. If that's the only option, sure, but no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, what am I, a strap hanger over here? I'm not getting your stupid white bread.
Right? I didn't see cause of death for Harry Anderson. Did you?
Magic. No, I have no idea.
That would be appropriate.
His pact with Satan was finally up.
Well, I mean, he had a good run.
Because of his wizardry.
Mm-hmm. He had a pretty good run.
He did have a good run.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, man.
I can only assume Barbara Bush is an overdose.
No, I don't think so. I think it was...
What, she got 123?
Damn. I don't remember how old she was. In her 90s or late 80s or something like that. So,
old as fuck is what she is.
Yeah.
HW is still kicking, isn't he?
Yeah, everybody seemed to think he would go first because he's had some really bad health issues the last few years.
Right?
Yep. But
yeah. Wow, she beat him to the punch.
Yeah.
What a bitch.
She's like, I'm on to you. She's like, you tried to fuck off and leave me last year. Fuck you.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I'm out of here. Deuces.
I'm out of here.
Her last words to him were, fuck you, deuces.
She's like, come here, honey. He leans in all close because she's so weak. She can only whisper.
Of course, yeah.
Fuck you, deuces.
Oh, that'd be awful. Although it would be really funny. I mean, I'd have a hard time in that situation, not just cracking up.
Especially if she throws up the peace signs.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And it just falls over in her red sweater or whatever the hell she wears.
Right. Or she's just like, West Side.
Exactly.
Like, damn it. Oh, man. So, yeah, it's just, I know she was a really well-liked first lady, so.
Right.
Yeah. A lot of people sad that she's gone too, but, she had a good run, That's, at least most of these people have, at least they got, pretty good run,
Well, there was some DJ that died too.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about him too. I don't know who the hell he is, but yeah. He was 28?
He was a youngin'. Yeah, he was a youngin'.
Mm-hmm. I didn't see what cause of death was on there. At that age, I mean, the guess would be overdose, but
Right.
I don't know.
Overdose or suicide, probably.
Yeah.
That'd be my guess.
Mm-hmm. Something
Because
like that.
the only reason I knew is I just happened to catch it briefly on Reddit this morning.
Yeah.
But when I was pulling up Spotify earlier, their trending like playlist is that guy.
Right.
And I was just like, who the fuck is this? And later I was like, oh, he's dead. That's why.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was on Twitter and I kept seeing people posting and I'm like, who is this? Cause it said something about, it was like hashtag his name and then they were like RIP or whatever. And I was like, who the hell is, and then I looked, or in the Twitter moments, there was said that he had died. I was like, oh, okay. Cause
God, it all makes sense now.
I had zero reference, cause old man.
Right.
I'm not up with what the kids are listening to, you see.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah. So.
Can I tell you my favorite thing I've seen today?
Sure.
And it's not it's only favorite because I guess I'm sick in the head probably.
Okay. That seems fair.
Do you know who Allison Mack is, Brian?
Yes. I know what you're going to mention. Yeah.
Allison Mack, the blonde bombshell from TV Smallville, has been indicted for being part of a sex cult. What?
Yeah. Yep. That was the same reaction I had.
How crazy is that?
Yeah.
Like they were branding people.
Yeah.
This crazy cult.
I think they were like trafficking people too, weren't they?
Yeah. I was like, it wasn't just sex cult, it was sex trafficking cult and all. It's insane to me.
Yeah, it sounds like it's a pretty big deal.
Yes,
so
I would.
wow.
Yes.
That's some messed up shit, dude.
I know, right?
Yeah. I don't know how anybody could do that to somebody else. I just never will understand it.
I don't get it either. I can only assume it's got to do with just some sort of weird brainwashing.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
And not like, oh, take this thing, you don't know who you are anymore, but like, oh yeah, you're gonna have this amazing life if you join my whatever. You just gotta help me get these bitches in this train car.
Yeah. Yeah, cause that should throw up a red flag for you. Like, not so much. Like I've seen Dexter. I'm not putting anyone in a train car. Otherwise, damn it, I can't remember the character name. Damn it. I was going to try to make a good Dexter reference, but surprise motherfucker. That guy.
You mean, I have it here somewhere.
Surprise motherfucker.
There it is.
Yes.
Surprise motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll have one of those kind of moments. That apparently that's probably kind of what happened, was they're all like, hey, let's get this train full of, people to traffic and surprise motherfucker.
Surprise motherfucker.
The police were there and took care of it or whatever, or the government. I don't know which it was, but yeah, that's some fucked up stuff.
Yeah, it's real fucked up. I just, like you said, I don't know what would drive you to get, I just don't understand it.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. That's
the cult is, it's called NXIVM, NXVM. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Okay.
Is that even a word?
Sure. I don't know.
It says Mac 35. The guy who's a cult leader. Okay, why? I know this says anyway. Fuck you. They don't.
There it is. His
there
last
it
name.
is. Keith Raniere is the guy who's the leader of this cult.
Okay.
It says Mac 35 was Raniere's direct slave, quote unquote, and had a sexual relationship with him, but also acted as a master of other slaves who were forced to have sex with Raniere and get his initials burned into their pubic region with a cauterizing pen.
Jeebus. And we're not talking like slaves like in the BDSM kind of way. This is like actual slave, I'm assuming.
Yes.
From what it sounded like. Yeah.
I would assume. So they had to, the actress lured woman into a secret society with Nexium or whatever, known as the Vow, and cajoled them into providing collateral like embarrassing photos and statements to use as blackmail.
Wow.
She then allegedly groomed the slaves for sex with Raniere, ordering them to adhere to extremely restrictive diets, restrained from removing their pubic hair, dude likes bushes,
Yeah, apparently.
and stay celibate.
Well, that makes sense. That's pretty typical of every cult. The leader wants all the poison. Fucker.
She forced them to pose naked for photos, including on one occasion close-up pictures of her vagina, which were given to Rainier and used as collateral.
Wow.
Right?
That's some messed up shit. I mean, it all is anyway, but make it, because that makes it to where they're like, yeah, I can't leave, or you're going to leak all this stuff.
Yeah, well, fuck, whatever. I mean, gone wild.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Yeah, if it was me, I'd be like, fuck it, I'll post them, you know?
yeah, whatever. Yeah, like,
who cares?
Let me see them pic. Fuck it, here's my own.
Yeah, yeah. Like, I'd put worse on Instagram.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Right. Yeah.
It's just, yeah.
Fucked
so
up.
wild.
To go back for a second, Dokes is the character's name I was trying to think of.
Oh, nice.
From Dexter, yeah.
Motherfucker.
I am surprised.
Yes. Wow.
Yeah, that's, so there you go.
Yeah.
That weirdo.
Mm-hmm.
So bizarre.
Yep. Well, let's transition into something else here.
The salty language sex cult, what?
No, not yet. You have, the devs notes up on our website now, don't you?
I do. Well, we, we're like, we couldn't remember if we still had a blog.
Mm-hmm.
We did, Brian.
Convenient.
We did. So up at the very top of our webpage, there's a nice little blog link. You can click on that son of a bitch. And it's Dev's Notes.
Mm-hmm.
And there's, I think 4 episodes of Dev's Notes up.
Sure, whatever, however you want to word it, yeah.
Which is, if you're tuned in last week, our buddy Big Dev, the madness, macho madness. He is going through and listening to our back issues, if you will.
Yeah.
And live tweeting them. And I am collecting these and posting them in a blog as Dev's Notes.
Yes. And they've been enjoyable.
Thoroughly enjoyable.
Yeah. I think they'll be funnier to us than probably anybody, but hopefully others get, good laughs out of them too.
Yeah, I would hope so. If not, you guys suck. How about that?
All right. You heard it here first. Yep. Wow. All right.
Right? Applesauce.
You know what I got this week, Tony?
Raging case of gonorrhea.
No, that was last week.
Okay.
No, I have a shut up and take my money this week.
What?
Mm-hmm.
That one's always low.
I know, yeah. Sorry. Do it again.
Shut up and take my money.
Boom.
Yeah. Cool, it'll be fine. I'll cut the other one out.
Respect. No, you won't.
Hush you.
I mean, yes. He certainly will.
Right.
Listeners.
So, Funko put out, dinosaur pops for Jurassic Park, right?
Uh-huh.
And when, like I talked about the sexy Ian Malcolm figure before and whatnot. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. They announced a couple days ago that they're going to be making I think this is for the movie that's coming out. But they're going to be making a 10-inch T-Rex pop.
Like a giant Funko T-Rex?
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
The part that sucks is it's a Target exclusive, so it may be hard to get because some of the big ones that they've had have been really hard to get. So I hope that's not the case because I really want one of these.
You say a Target exclusive?
I did.
So sorry, Mall of Monroe.
You're out. Yeah, you're right out. It's supposed to come out, it just says summer, so I would guess somewhere near when the movie comes out, they'll probably hit.
Probably. That would make sense.
Yeah, and I'll guess they're probably $30. I think
what other giant pops? Have they made a giant Galactus?
No, I wish they would so
Fuck
much.
you, Funko.
No,
you know what? Road trip, Ryan. We're gonna go burn the factory down.
That seems harsh. Can't we just strong arm them into making a Galactus?
Nope, they should have made it by now.
Wow.
Since they haven't, they don't exist to live.
Wow, I mean, we got to go all the way out to Seattle. Just saying.
That's cool. Road trip, buddy.
Okay, just saying.
Road trip.
They made
what?
It'll
be like Sherman's March from Michigan to Seattle.
Wow, that's a lot of fire.
A lot of fire.
Jeez.
That's how we solve problems, remember?
Yeah, it's true. They made, for the new Avengers movie, they have a Thanos that's a 10-inch one. Although I'm not a big fan because he doesn't have his crown thing. So, they made a Porg from, The Last
Star
Jedi.
Wars?
Yeah.
So you could have so that's almost like human sized.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's
it's like almost a scale for us.
Yeah, it's good size. And
yeah, I'm not mad at that.
What's funny though is the other ones either they run out of real fast or they never got them at the Target over here. The Porg one, when it came out, I went into Target and there's a guy who works back there who knows I collect Pops. And he was like, we got 3 of the Porg 10-inch ones back there. And I'm like, yeah, you can keep them.
Yeah, fuck you and your Porgs.
Like, I'm not interested at all in those. But, I know some people are. They had a Groot. I think that was the first one they did, was a 10-inch Groot. And it looked pretty awesome.
Right.
And there's another one, but I can't remember what it is now. Yeah, I don't remember what it is.
Was it a 10-inch life-sized Funko Vern Troyer?
No. Damn it, Tony.
I know.
Terrible. Ooh.
Could come with special packaging now.
Damn it, man. Son of a bitch.
Just a second.
Terrible. So, anyway.
Like when you buy a really nice bottle of whiskey and it comes in a little wooden box.
Tony can be reached at? No. Yeah, that's the shut up and take my money for the week.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Shut up and take my money.
Now the link, if people want to see what it looks like here, because, whatever.
Because we're a visual type whatevers.
Sure. There you go. I just sent
exactly.
it to you. Yeah. So that's all I got.
Well,
oh, actually.
Oh, shit. You just scared shit me. What do you got?
Sorry. I have one more thing that I forgot about. I actually realized why I keep missing people on the Q of the W answers.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Mystery solved.
Yes.
Fuck those people, right?
No. It's my fault. Because the template that I had, for some reason, it's not Q of the W, it's Q O the W. So every time I search for Q of the W, those don't come up. Because you remember how before I was like, man, Twitter search is really good. I don't know why these aren't popping up.
Right.
Because I'm not looking for the right hashtag. So
that'll do it every time.
Yep. I went into my template and fixed it tonight, so that should be the end of that that nonsense. I hope.
Well, that explains it, because you'd get we'd get Twitter mentions like, "Hey, I answered this."
Yeah, it'd be like, okay.
Did you? Because we can't find it.
Yeah, and
looks like it's your word against ours.
Well, and like I said, Twitter has a really robust search engine. It's
right.
a really good one. So that's why I was like, this doesn't make any sense. Why can't I find? And today I actually went into like an advanced search, and because you can search by hashtag on that.
Right.
So I was like, well, maybe if I do this, it'll bring up something different. And I don't remember how I found the newest one, and then I looked at it and was like, oh my God, that's why. It's because I somehow deleted or didn't put an F in there. And
the old guy, the Q and the W.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it was, just March not too long ago. I was,
right. It was festive.
I was celebrating my Irish heritage.
It's goddamn festive.
By using something that's a stereotype.
Right.
So anyway, yeah, hopefully that's all fixed going forward.
Fair enough. I guess speaking of QW, you want to get into it?
Yes.
Oh man, sorry.
Knock it off.
Days catching up.
Nah, you're fine. Knock it off.
Can't find my mouse. There it is. the having two screens sometimes,
Mm-hmm. Hell, I can't find it on one sometimes. So.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Oh, actually, real quick before we go into the Q to W, I have one other thing to talk about. Right. I didn't realize how much data FaceTime uses.
Oh, really?
Holy shit. Because, you know, I don't have a huge data plan because there's no real reason for me to. Well, I was talking on FaceTime the other night, and then I did it again. And the second time, like a few minutes in, I get the deal from Verizon that's like, hey, dummy, you're almost out of data. And I'm like, what? That can't be, you know. And then I get the, you know, hey, we've charged you $15 for more data. And I was like, well, I should probably get off of here because, yeah,
But
what?
But aren't you on your house Wi-Fi?
Here's the interesting part. It's not, from what I read, it's not set up to be defaulted that way. It essentially will use your cellular data first. I don't know why.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, I switched mine. Now, the other problem is even here we don't have a, you know, huge data plan. So it's unfortunate that I don't have unlimited on one or the other, you know?
Yeah, right.
Because then I could just whatever and figure it out. But in the event that anyone else hasn't, like me, I've used it before in the past, but it was just real quick stuff, you know?
Yeah.
So you never notice it. But I saw a thing on there that tells you can go back into your calls, and it'll tell you, like for FaceTime, it'll tell you how much data it used. So,
wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, when I did that, I was like, whoo, I was like, well, there's the problem. So, yeah. I
didn't realize, because I don't use it that often.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I do like it occasionally when a lot of times it's when my hands are full and shit, or you got to show something, you know, but wow, I didn't realize they use so much data though. That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, you've got unlimited though, don't you?
Yeah.
So you're good.
But still though.
I just wanted to bring it up in case anybody listening is, uses it when they go out somewhere to make sure you, you know, you're aware that it's going to just drain it.
Yeah. Watch your bits, son.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, lesson learned.
Craziness.
Yep. All right. Let's do a Q to the W.
Alrighty. So Q to W was, if you had to get a tramp stamp, what would yours be?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Dev, he's come up a lot during the show. He says the Source Point Press logo with a can of All Day on one side and a bottle of Maker's Mark on the other. Got to get that corporate sponsorship money.
It's a good call.
It is a good call.
I have a feeling, though, that Travis would deliberately not sponsor him.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Just to be a jerk. Yeah.
Just to be a dick. Hanno, he says, everyone is gathered around the oven at the crematorium. His body lays in a state on a gurney, face down. The lawyer directs the orderlies to pull down his pants, exposing the dead white ass and a barcode tramp stamp of the late El Heno. The lawyer steps up and scans ex-Heno's ass stamp, revealing the secret he took to his death. Is it an account number? Is it coordinates to a secret treasure? No. A musician steps forward, past the mortars, and reveals the barcode as a song melody, and from the violin, the sound of sad Hulk music pours forth as the body rolls into the flames of eternal rest.
Wow, he took us on a ride there.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I need that now.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
That was quite the journey.
Well done, Hanno. Well done.
Well done. Well done. Appreciate it, buddy. So Philip, he says it would have to be beer related. So probably a hop vine in the style of tribal.
All right.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Clint, he responded with a picture. It's a picture of that is an actual tramp stamp, and it's the Superman logo and the Batman logo and the Wonder Woman logo all put together into one singular logo.
Okay.
Which, you know, this gentleman named Brian responded, bullshit, Clint, you would get this. And it's a dick dressed up as Darth Vader. And it's an actual tattoo.
Even better.
Yes.
Wow. Well, he's got options at least, you know.
He does.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Travis, and I'm pretty sure that he had these applied to him, he also responded with a picture, and it's a picture of a red-headed, bearded Viking and a Kraken. I'm pretty sure someone put temporary tattoos on as a tramp stamp on him recently.
Yeah, I think you're right.
If I recall.
Mm.
And then Megan from Screams and Moans, which I hear might be getting a reboot.
Right. There's a couple good episodes of that show, I hear.
I know. There's these guys. Brian and Tony are on it. They're hilarious.
Oh, so great. And the movie, too.
Right?
The movie we talk about was so dumb.
It was fun, though.
Yeah, it was.
She says, what if I already have one, winky face?
Well, you have to get another one.
Yeah, it's true.
You just cross it out and put one above it.
Yeah, layer them shits.
Yes.
So that's what I have from FacePage.
All right. On Twitter, I looked both ways and I only saw one answer. So again, if I missed anybody this week, I'm very sorry. Hopefully they'll, fix it going forward. Beside a Geek Pod said a giant phoenix rising from my ass to my neck. Oh wait, and it's a picture of Ben Affleck with that awful tattoo on his back.
Bad flack?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know that it's awful, but it's just weird. So, whatever.
Yes.
His body, he can do whatever the hell he wants with it.
Can he?
Yeah.
I disagree.
All right. He walks into a tattoo place and they're like, oh, what do you want? He's like, a giant phoenix on my back. And they're like, Tony says no. Sorry.
No, he says no.
He says, and I quote, it's right out.
It's right out. He's like, but it's my body. You're like, wait, are you Ben Affleck? Yes. Then it's everybody's body.
Wow. I did not know he belonged to the people.
He is the people's Batman. I guess. He is the people's Boston guy.
Matt Damon, though?
Oh, yeah, Matt Damon.
I mean,
he is the people's Affleck.
There you go. Casey?
Fuck you, Casey.
No. Casey's a better actor. No, I'm kidding.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the only one I see on the tweets.
On Jan Twitters?
Yeah. Via the emails is, Fluffy Bunny Ash says her answer is Heimlich from A Bug's Life at the end when he's a butterfly. Said her bestie and her have always joked that they'll get that as a matching tramp stamps.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd always have to have like I'm a beautiful butterfly.
Yeah.
Always on standby on your phone.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Like that needs to be a text tone.
That'd be great. Or, yeah, it'd be great.
Yeah, it'd be amazing.
All right. And Cheeto Bandito says his would be the angry face emoji because if I'm getting banged from behind, I want him to know I'm not happy about it.
That's fucking funny.
Well played. Just when I thought Heno won for the week.
Yeah, that one was
it's close.
Was excellent.
It's close. Yeah. Well, thank you to those who responded and such for the laughs and the stories and.
That made me laugh very heartily.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
That was good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
show me. I like what you got. Good
fat fingers doing their own fat fingery thing.
Yeah. The other night I was gonna start watching something on Hulu, I think it was. And right at that point, Rick and Morty came on Adult Swim, and I was like, well, I'll see what episode it is, Not that I'd probably, I love most of them, so. But it was that episode with Show Me What You Got. Yeah, so I was like, I have to watch this. Yeah.
You gotta watch Get Swifty.
For sure.
So this week, Brian,
mm-hmm.
I have a scenario for you for SQW.
Cool.
You're in a food fight.
Yeah.
What is your weapon of choice? and full credit goes to Ask Reddit at Leon_H is the user.
Leon H. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. I want something versatile, that maybe I can throw whole or take apart and also have options.
Mm-hmm,
and the first thing that popped into my head was like meatball sub. because I could wing the whole thing like a football, or take meatballs out and just start gunning them like I'm on American Gladiators, you know?
Oh, I like it.
That's an old fucking reference.
That is an old reference.
Yeah.
That's a good one, though.
Yeah, if you're not our age, you're not getting that one probably.
Yeah, exactly.
So, you know, that's just going to be my answer, because I just think it would be funny to either, like I said, wing meatball subs or just meatballs.
Just meatballs individually.
Plus it has melted cheese on it, which I could just cram in someone's face or something if I had to.
You know, I was with my answer. I'm kind of going along the same line as you are. Is I want versatility,
Right?
in my food fight weaponry,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm thinking the little paper like half bowl, half plate thing you get from like the like a fajita place or whatever the fuck.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? Like
Nope.
you put shit in it,
Yeah.
but it's gonna be
Put shit
full of. But I want nachos.
Okay.
I want nachos, and I want that awful American shit cheese.
Oh, you're talking like the one that comes in the pump?
Yeah, but it's got to be hot.
Oh, of course.
It gets ladled out on there,
Right, of course.
you know? So now what you have here, Brian,
Yeah.
is you kind of have like napalm. Because if you ever thrown hot cheese on somebody,
Mm-hmm.
which you haven't, you haven't lived.
Right.
But that shit just sticks and burns, right?
It's a lot of fun. You're not
right.
wrong. Yeah.
Not to mention you have the nacho chips, kind of like throwing stars.
That was my first thought when you said nachos was,
Yeah.
that you could just yell Ninja Star and kill someone.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going with nachos with molten hot shit cheese.
I think that's a good answer, because the most dangerous thing on those nachos really is that cheese.
Oh yeah, wait, and think if it's got a little like jalapeno mix in there.
Oh, of
dude,
course
you
it
get
does.
you get that in your sinus cavity, it's over.
It's got to have
Fucking over.
like 2 pieces of jalapeno.
Oh yeah, because it's the worst cheese ever.
Yeah. Because it's not like chopped up and mixed in with the cheese. It's just like they just throw 2 little pieces on top.
Yeah, little chunks, and then they label the can jalapeno flavored because technically.
Yeah. Ugh. Jeez. That's a good answer. I like that one.
So there you go.
Mm-hmm. I do like the fact that both of us brought up like hot cheese as part of our weapon.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's a weapon.
It is.
You know,
I don't argue with you. I mean, you know, remember when they used to have those nachos, beef and cheese at in school?
you're right.
You know, and that stuff was like glue. So hot, that'd be horrible. Like you said, it'd be like napalm. You'd never get it off. Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yep.
Yeah, can you picture that, like, infamous Vietnam photo, a little naked kid running from the napalm strike, but they're just covered in nacho cheese?
That'd be a lot easier to look at.
It would be, because you're like, God, that kid looks delicious.
Not quite what I was thinking, but close.
Like, I've never had a human smothered in shit cheese before.
Maybe it's time. Yeah.
Maybe it's time.
Probably not.
So yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I like it.
I wish we could have like everybody's weapons and then have some sort of giant scenario laid out of said food fight.
Right. Like if somebody picks like a defensive, like a counter maneuver or a counter weapon to ours type of thing.
Right.
Yeah. That would be rough.
Like, I'm not sure what a good defensive weapon would be unless it's a whole unsliced pizza, maybe, because then you're like Captain America out there.
Yeah, exactly.
Just slinging a pizza shield.
Oh, dude, if you slung a pizza shield at me, you wouldn't get it back.
Yeah, it's true.
I'd eat that fucker. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fold that sumbitch in half and eat it like a taco.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, man.
Teaching Captain America.
Vibranium. Right. I think that's it, right?
I believe so,
you gotta drop to hit though.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
Show me what you got.
Boom.
Yep. I like it.
Yep.
All right. Well,
yeah.
I guess with Tony's yawn, I'll tell you to go to saltylanguage.com and check out all the links there, our past episodes, the enthusiasts that we've done. Dev's notes are now there, so go check those out. You can see all the social media links that we have are there. If you want to help us out, if you're going to be shopping on Amazon, we ask you to please swing by saltylanguage.com first, click the Amazon banner, it'll take you to Amazon, and they help us a little bit for referring you, and doesn't cost you anything extra.
Break us off a little bit.
Exactly. Or if if you're just want to help us in other ways, if you're using Apple Podcasts, please rate, review, and subscribe to our show if you haven't already. If you are using Stitcher or Spotify or any other podcast app, please use the like and share type options to help us get seen more.
Yeah, up our numbers.
Do it.
The more people listen to us, the more inspired I feel to make you guys laugh. Talk about nude Vietnamese children covered in cheese.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what the PBS...
Shit got weird.
Yeah, can you imagine what the PBS pledge drive thing for our show would be?
Oh, jeez, that'd be terrible.
If there's ever something we should make, that's it.
A PBS pledge drive for us?
With like sound clips and whatever. Like, if you enjoyed these things... Fuck. All right.
What sort of animals could get to show up and answer the phones?
No one's gonna.
It needs to be a telephone.
Yeah, but no one's gonna call.
No, it's telephone or go fuck yourself. That's kind of how I feel about this.
I agree with you. You're right.
Yeah. Who has a landline?
Not me.
Like, put on Craigslist ad. We're looking for motivated people to answer phones during a telephone
for free.
Yeah. For free.
For free, yeah.
For free / internet exposure.
Yes. Right.
And then they answer the Craigslist ad, and our first question to them is, do you have a phone?
Mm-hmm. And also, have you ever been covered in nacho cheese?
Yeah. Yes.
If they say no, then follow-up is, would you like to be?
Yes.
I mean, we gotta ask the tough questions. All right, so what else am I? If you want to contact us, the best way is
that really changes everything I ever thought about the Nacho Daddy food truck that drives around here.
Yeah, right?
Come cover you in cheese.
Wow. I was just thinking that they're driving around vats of napalm, but yeah, your way is pretty scary too.
50 Shades of Orange.
Oof. Ooh. That sounds disturbing.
I know, right?
Yeah. I don't think that's supposed to be orange.
50 Shades of Yellow?
50 Shades of Orange is like the mashup with Orange is the New Black and 50 Shades.
Yeah, that's true.
50
Shades of Orange Julius. They need to do that shit.
Okay, that I'm in for.
Right? 50 different flavors.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing, Orange Julius? Get on this shit.
It's right there.
It's right, exactly. It is right there.
If you want to contact us, you can hit us up on Twitter at salty_language. You can hit me up at Stunami.
You can hit me up at Monotony in theory, although I probably won't do it. But you can definitely hit me up at salty_language on Snapchat, or definitely Salty Language on Instagram.
I'm at Ninjitsu on Snapchat and Stunami on Instagram, and maybe I'll approve your request.
Yeah, I don't know what I am on Instagram anymore. I think I'm the Monotony.
You are, because I just tagged you the other day. So
there you go. Boom.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Boom, boom, boom.
And that's all the social medias, right?
I believe so. I think so, Brian.
Oh, one other way you could help the show, if you would, is to retweet our show links or share them on the Facebooks, or just tell your friends. Scream it from the mountaintops.
Right. Tag people in our posts so they can enjoy them.
Yep.
As well.
Mm-hmm. Buy billboards and put advertisements up for us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Join our sex cult.
Yes. Mm-hmm. All of these things.
I'm in communications with Allison Mack, trying to recruit her. She's pretty good.
No. You could do the nacho cheese bucket challenge.
Right.
That'd be awful.
That would be awful.
Fucking dumping cheese on you.
Yeah, you can't make a sound. You can't run away.
Right. It'd basically be like in the olden times when they used to just dump hot oil, over the walls of the castles.
Yeah, except this is way more delicious.
Oh. Yeah. The other I'd just try to fry stuff on. Yeah.
Right? What's funny is you dump all the hot cheese on them as for laying siege onto you, and then you cool them off with a little guac. They really appreciate it.
That's extra, though.
It is extra. I mean, there is a guac upcharge, but if they're laying siege to you,
I mean, I guess, yeah, you could waive that fee for, yeah.
I mean, I let the avocado stale get like black and shit.
Oh, that's pretty gross.
Yeah, that makes Satan's guacamole out of it.
Okay. That's weird.
I'm not sure what that is.
I don't either. All right.
But the devil's definitely involved.
He's always involved.
This is true.
Always.
Always.
All right. Well, until next time, have a beer, you'll be fine.
Oh, that's a terrible idea. Actually, have a beer, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Don't have like 43 of them. Yeah.
Depends on your beer math.
True. Also, stay salty.
And, yeah, I got nothing to end the show on again. Damn it. Yeah, just terrible.
Think of all the children dying to like airplane drop cheese.
That really does change a lot of things if you go in that. I mean, it's still horrible because, just coating, like instead of using Agent Orange, if it was just all nacho cheese,
right?
It would still melt the trees, basically,
You picture instead of a flamethrower, it's just a tank of molten cheese on his back.
Ooh, delicious. Yeah.
Shooting it, yeah, just gadoosh, just cover people.
Wow. That sounds like something we do at, one of those concerts, like Coachella kind of thing or something,
Mm-hmm.
Just something you have off to the side, just, get hit with the cheese cannon or whatever.
Oh my God, that'd be amazing.
Right? Kind of like UHF, but it's cheese.
But instead of molten cheese, it shoots those like weird cheese cylinders my grandpa used to eat.
Cheese cylinders?
Yeah, it's like cheddar cheese, but it comes in like a wax-coated cylinder. So it looks
okay, yeah.
So it looks like a can of cheese, but it's like the can's edible.
Right. Now I'm on board with you now. Yeah.
So they're expecting like a face full of like molten goo.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, man. Yeah, fuck it.
Wow.
But yeah, so they're expecting that, and they just get a hole blown through their chest from this cylinder of rock hard cheddar.
Wow. Yeah, I guess so.
I just turned his chest cavity into cheese curds.
Wow. We need to stop. This is just terrible.
Hey, his friends call him Swiss now.
Oh, man.
No? Not feeling it?
No. Nope. Well, enjoy some nacho cheese until next week.
Yeah, fair enough. It's pretty Gouda.
Damn it.